gravitated towards utility recently, except for the times where YSS would make an appearance.
Yeah.
You know, like for Onyx, they love to pick up that YSS.
Yeah, I do agree. If they want to ban the Fredrin here, it forced the YSS 1-1 trade. But instead of that, they leave things open. They remove the Uranus from from Edward and Aurora. I think you go honestly you steal the Harith here, no? Oh, 1-1. Okay, you still go back to the 1-1. So now AP Brand they can choose to go for the YSS. Problem is you can't pair it up with Kalea because it doesn't do much. Even though you protect the YSS from the Kalea pick, it's just bad against 1-1.
Because I
In general, it will be bad against 1-1. Not to mention, he doesn't even need to purify. Most likely it's going to be an Inspire 1-1.
So what do you take with the YSS then?
Maybe Arlot, Gatot, Hylos.
Arlot's been crazy lately.
Yeah, you steal it away from Aurora.
Payback.
Okay, okay. That's normal.
Is Aurora going to want the Arlot then? This is one of the heroes that's been highly contested in the past couple weeks especially.
I'd say Lapu.
I was really hoping for the Chang'e, but okay.
Nah. I was hoping for the Kadita though.
I kid.
From
Kadita, yeah. That's a more realistic pick.
Yeah. So for Aurora, I think you go Arlot Fred or Lapu Fred. If not, maybe they want a Lancelot for a Demon Kite. Maybe even a Fanny if they want to flex. But yeah, they go for the Fred Lapu.
Good call.
Yeah, very, again, non-egotistical draft from Coach Mastered Basic. But for AP Bren, there's a good chance they pick up the, the Arlot or the Harith here for both Lord JM and Shizu.
If there was ever a point where they needed to pick up the Harith, this is it. Because it's probably going to get banned in next round.
You'd probably want to secure something for Shizu because, thinking about his last matches that we saw from him, he was shut down.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't get that opportunity, that's really difficult for them. So they'll go with the CC instead and leaving that gold lane pick for later.
Don't tell me that's a gold lane CC.
Oh, come on.
Do not tell me they're trying to imitate what TNC did.
Unless also is it purely just for that flex possibility?
It is that flex, but they lose, like what Rockhart mentioned, they lose the Harith here. And maybe they do go for the CC route, but at this point, they're kind of forced into that area where you have to play similar to what TNC pulled off last week. But Rora, they haven't shown their cards yet, especially on Light. And the thing is, the match that they played against TNC, Light struggled because of the changes on the rotations. But I think they will revert to the to the week 6 Aurora we've seen, where Light just plays between mid, XP, be aggressive on the map. He was kind of passive last week.
I guess they're trying to keep him passive by banning out the Franco as well. That helps.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're going to want to narrow some of those choices down for Light.
Passive Light just doesn't feel right.
I mean, but even so, like, if he gets his hands, let's say, on the Hylos or something, like...
Yeah, it's probably going to get Hylos.
He still plays it pretty, like, almost to the perfect... When I say perfect Hylos, like, he's so good at still being, like, calculated aggressive. Yeah. And a lot of the times it's either to pill with the glorious pathway, peeling, or just initiating.
That's why I call it like almost perfect Mlbb, because at the end of the day, micro dependency is still a thing.
Yep.
But almost all executions are on point. Like the timing, the zoning, the position, it's almost always good for Aurora. That's why this is a big concern for AP Brand. They didn't ban out the Hylos. There's a lot of light heroes left in the pool, by the way.
Yeah, there is. Then, this has been the question a lot of times, even online. It's been the discussion. I feel like a little people are still, a little shocked at what happened to Aurora last season, or even down in M6, for example, as we saw it when we showed UA's accomplishments here. Some people are still wondering, they're playing so good right now, are they going to keep that momentum going into the playoffs? And I feel like now you can confidently say, Aurora has showed us very little reason to doubt that going into the playoffs. So we'll see if this is something that is still the same for Aurora in this game 1, but AP Brand does take on that Kalea. Last ban was the Arlot. That was still open. We thought that might get picked up. So is this gold lane? Are they going to actually show if the CC is going gold lane here?
I think this might have been like mission completed here for AP Brand. They were baiting out, they were forcing people to think that this is going to be an XP lane CC. Or, sorry,
Gold lane?
Gold lane CC.
No, but either way,
mission failed rather.
Either way, it's still okay for Edward. So I don't think Aurora's pretty much scared of the CC. You go roam here. You remove you remove one of the deadly heroes, especially against 1-1. Sorry, you take one of the deadly heroes against 1-1. It's a Kaja Farsa combo for AP Bren, and you don't reveal anything from the side of AP Brand. So now Aurora, I still think, you know, Hylos works here. He does not care about Kaja, honestly. Hylos, Badang, even Kufra works for Light. And then possibly the Valentina for Yue. Either the Valentina or Novaria for the Vision.
Valentina feels so good. You got access to Divine Judgment as well.
Everything.
And the Feather Airstrike, man. Yeah.
You got access to AP Brent's cabinet.
Even if, yeah, that's right. Even Mountain Shocker.
Technically so, at these last two picks. All right, that's going to be the Eve and the Grok.
Oh.
So this is not like Grok is. That's the main thing. He's not going to be passive on the Grok. You've got a great front line setting up into a box, which is also just to go ahead and activate and allow Doman Kite the space to get those points off and then get the airtime he needs with the crossbow of Tang. So this lineup, it serves its purpose. You're playing into Doman Kite here.
Yeah, I like this Eve pick because it limited the option for AP Brent on gold and XP. Now you gotta choose, do you play Harith, do you play Claude? You can't Bruno here. If you want to play CC gold lane, I think the only viable XP laner left is Xborg.
Oh, don't get me started on Xborg.
You don't like Xborg?
No, I like it. That's why.
Oh,
man.
Okay, that's a mobile XP laner. Yeah, okay, never mind. Not just Xborg, maybe even the Alice.
Alice, all right. They actually kind of function around the same way, right?
Yeah, but the thing is, it loses the lane against Lapu though.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, do we like the Alice, or like were we convinced a little bit after seeing her last weekend?
I would say it's a safe bet against this draft against Aurora, but come late game, you're still running into the problems of like standing in front of a friend in Lapu and also just the 1-1 getting his stacks on you. But at the very least, she is a natural Winter Crown builder.
Yeah, she does, and like she can soak up a lot of damage.
Yeah,
that's definitely one thing here. So let us know what you guys think. For game one of this best of three, we know what's at stake here, especially for AP Brand. Again, Rora already securing the top seed spot in the playoffs. They are looking to continue their momentum with the streak that they have, while AP Brand are one of the 5 teams fighting for one of the last 3 spots into the playoffs. We jump into the land of Dawn here for game one. It's Rora versus AP Brand.
All right, you're kind of already gonna expect a lot of intense invasions here from Xno, but he's already poised to do that, actually. He's going to try to do his very best to just get some vision here.
Yeah, I like that this has been normal for roamers now to just show in front of the towers, just to remove the reveal thing for the roamers, but what ends up happening is that they still reveal each other, you know? So both roamers get 30 gold and XP in the first showing in a map, and both roamers go to the XP lane, which is also normal because you get more XP and gold out of clearing waves.
Kind of mirroring each other out, aren't they?
Yeah.
And Shizu on this obviously is going to have a bit of a bad time, especially in the early game, the moment that you are fighting off against a Wangwan, you're kind of just stuck there. Aqua though, you get some pretty good damage. Yue, oh my goodness, this Eve is kind of oppressive in the early game, Midnight.
Yeah, she hurts. She hurts a lot. Like those pokes, especially if you don't have like mobility. I mean, Parson does have mobility, but you don't want to commit wings by wings just to get away from an Eve.
Yeah, and later on, you know, you'll have to fight. It's like the old, we used to call it the old Squid Game, basically, battle, right? LaFarce and the Eve popping up when that was the mid-game, the combo that was always brought up.
Yeah,
so,
Season 8.
Yeah, Season 8. But with that, you still have 2 good options for both sides to go ahead and play into the first objective, and it seems like that's all we're going to get to see as it unfold in the first turtle when it does come up. James Banks is up here. This could be an easy pickoff for them if you had the Divine Judgment, but I don't think they're going to be able to catch Doman Kite.
They can't even freeze the cannon. He still gets it.
Yeah, that's the thing about that. Again, the XP trade that we're talking about by roamers earlier, maybe that would have helped. They would have been 4 here, but no, they traded it off, and now they're ready for turtle number 1.
Okay, they started up half health on the turtle. Edward's going to help zone this out.
Oh, he went in.
Oh.
Lord James tried to go for steal. Demon Kite will still try to go and get that turtle.
Ooh.
Aqua, perfect positioning from the back. Canceled by Edward, though, and he's going to suffer first blood.
All right, first blood pickup. Oh, they're going to go for more.
Oh, man, the Demon Kite, what are you doing there? He was just standing there, man. And he's going to suffer again, traded off for basically nothing. What happened there?
I mean, they got a turtle, but AP Brent went for the punish after that. Even though they got the Aqua kill beforehand, Demon Kite having no extra HP, no teammates left because Yue was forced to get out because of the feathered airstrike. AP Brent knew that Demon Kite was left without any response.
Oh, man, Light. They are in very weird positions in very weird times. I do not understand the timings here for Aurora, man.
Hey, you know, we were saying they're playing so good that you don't see money in the weak points. Well, right now in the first few minutes, you've seen a couple kind of questionable positioning and decisions here from Aurora. But it's also just AP Brand really capitalizing on those moments, and that might be what they need to get the ball rolling, at least for this game one, with this kind of lineup.
That's why, especially against teams like Aurora, you know, when you're faced with super structured gameplay. Oh, hold that thought.
Oh, that was a beautiful tectonic charge there, straight into Aqua. That was very structured. That's the Aurora we know and love, right there.
Like easy punish in the mid lane, go for the kill. It's still, you know, it's pressure, but also like Aqua just gave out his life, but also Light giving out life to AP Brent.
Like, what is happening? Is it the suppressed Midnight? Is that what it is?
Honestly, if you ask me, it's just weird positioning from these two teams. I did not expect Aurora to play like this game one.
Yeah, it's the Divine Judgment was used there, but
so I'm not going crazy here. Something's wrong, right?
That's twice now that Light was basically in a position that he gets punished.
Yeah, I would say it's not worth it though, because you lose the Divine Judgment for the next turtle fight.
Oh.
But AP Brand, okay, maybe that's why they don't care about turtle.
Yeah, they don't care. I think they just want to go for this play down bot. It looks like against Edward.
Yeah, it's going to be a 4v1. I don't think Edward's going to survive that.
Oh, the prediction!
What the heck, man? Edward just doing Edward things. He's trying to go in. He buys so much time. Light already arrives at the bottom, but he will go down eventually.
Meanwhile, up top also, cross-map plays.
Oh, look at this. Light, again, suppress will work against the Grog here. They're diving in under the tower very confidently with a very, very tanky lineup.
Oh my goodness, they didn't even get Shizu.
Yeah, anybody saw that Feather Strike prediction from Aqua?
That was crazy.
Predicted the flicker from Edward, but also AP Bren. I think they did their research. They did their homework. They understand how Aurora wants to rotate, especially with this kind of composition, and they constantly find these trades on the map. They don't care about the objectives. They care about breaking the economy of Aurora.
Breaking the economy.
That's what they have to do. AP Bren doesn't have this major lead in terms of economy or anything, but they are winning some of these fights off the whole Divine Judgment. This was a great pickup for Xnova to go ahead and bring it to this game one. That's working well for them. James Panks goes and takes his orange from Demon Kite, and he'll go ahead and work this. They are mirroring each other here, though.
Yeah, honestly, this is even inspired by how Aurora played the YSS since week 3 to week 5. You just constantly find these cross-map trades. You let the enemy deal with the objectives. If you don't want to fight it, just go to the other side of the map. And it's been working for AP Brent because James Panks has been free farming for the past 2 minutes.
Yeah, they have the lineup to do it as well. It's a 4-man, so much crowd control, wombo combo. Just dump it in your face. Even Alapu Labu can't really survive that.
Because again, there is a clear victory here for AP Bren. The Divine Judgment on the Grok make the Grok play passive because you cannot stand the front line. And if the YSS and the Farsa has enough farm, they would be allowed to do that. Just use the Divine Judgment on the Grok.
I have a question. This Grok was picked before the Kaja or the Kaja?
It was after.
It was after, yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So they played into this one.
Yeah, oh, they're going to go for this one,
Oh my goodness, Lord JM, great knock as well. Shizu is going to suffer vengeance, keeping him alive only for the meantime, though. Taunt is not going to help their case at all. And that was a very clean 3-man kill here for Aurora and the Turtle Boot.
Oh my god, one of the worst timings to flicker there. He was caught by the energy eruption from the Fredrin. Wasn't even able to cast the Divine Judgment onto anybody.
Oh, right.
And Aurora capitalized on that mistake.
It's green, it's on cooldown.
Yeah, Feathered Airstrike going to be dropped down.
Nice drop by Edward as well. Wow, he actually just
oh my god, too many clouds.
Caught a cloud. Full cloud team. But then again, Edward has no fear. He is the bravest fighter. He's got some pretty good blades, but not much backup, honestly. Here's Lord Jam with a re-engage.
What a great counterplay, James.
He's going crazy. James Panks by the skin of his teeth is going to stay alive. And look at that. Lord James is tanking everything. He is still alive. He's flickering on. He is dipping. He's diving. He's profiling. Demon Kite is on the run.
usage of the clouds, the flying clouds, brought them back into that fight to be able to go ahead and counter punch Rora.
Damn.
That's how you break a system, right? You introduce chaos and flying clouds. I think this is why Aurora has not won a single game on flying clouds. The unexpected things on the map. It started off as a structured gameplay. They punished X-Nova with the flicker play from the Kaja. Edward goes in, stops the fitted airstrike, but the clouds came in. 3 heroes reinforcing the front lines for AP Brand, and because of that, James Spence was able to live.
I guess you can't plan for these clouds.
No, you cannot.
I guess, right?
You cannot, sir.
You can't.
Is that why?
They just show up. They reinforce the fight.
Didn't I just kill you? Why are you back here?
That's the thing too. At this point in the game, when the death timers are rather short, you can get back into the fight quickly. And that's what we saw, because Rora had a great team setup, a team fight setup there, but then it fell apart.
Yep. It looked like Edward was going to be able to zone multiple heroes, but James Banks was able to sandwich behind the Lapu Lapu, and because of the other members from AP Brent flying in through the clouds, Edward had nowhere to go but back to base because he had to respawn.
Okay, they want to go ahead and start this Lord up. AP Brand knows it. Again, economically, there's not much difference here for the teams, but it seems like AP Brand, if they go for a fight and they can extend it and survive the initial setup with a tech charge from Light,
Vision.
That's best for them, but they will go ahead and push off the Lord X-Nova.
Man, they use up so much resources. Vision's conceal already included as well. Died in by Edward. Demon Kite with a steal. And Lord JM not gonna be able to sustain against that one. It's gonna be a flying Demon Kite right there in the middle. And that's going to be, again, a very happy objective taken by Aurora. This is what they're good at.
Oh my god, twice in a row, Demon Kite with the energy eruption. X-Nova didn't expect that.
Perfect timing.
And after the energy eruption, he used the second skill, didn't even basic attack the Kaja. After the taunt, that's when he used the basic attack to prolong the stun onto X-Nova and inserted a retribution to steal the Lord. Man, oh man, the mechanics on Demon Kite.
Yeah, that's why I said, man, every single time, I've loved seeing the development of Demon Kite over the seasons, and I feel like he's really locked in, especially last season. Now this season, they're going to have that push in with the Lord here. Holy Shields are going to be popped down bot and mid. Still holding on to the tier 2 turret up top for AP Brent. So that is all that Rora gets. Again, this game is as chaotic as it's been. You don't have a massive lead for Rora to work with. AP Brent's still able to go ahead and win some of these fights. The big component to that, though, that we're seeing is, man, X-Nova can't get targeted down. He can't get locked up. He's actually got to be able to go and get that pick off to give that advantage to AP Brent. That's what the lineup is built for when you have this Kaja here.
Yep, and it's sad because he built up the fleeting time having that idea in mind, but the execution has not been there. Demon Kite, though, again, the taunt.
What? Oh my goodness, the timing on that was just so good. And the lock-in with the real-world manipulation. Everyone is just running for the hills here for AP Brand, and they use up all their utility, all the resources to try to stay alive as well.
Great disengage.
Yeah, can't seem to find the mark here for X-Nova. Looks like Demon Kite is not the proper X. Because of the taunt, man, the timing's on the energy eruption.
You're right, though.
It is, and
you ain't wrong.
He had to use the flicker there too, so that's not going to be available for this Lord when it comes up unless they somehow delay it.
Yeah,
it feels so crucial.
Yeah, because it is. It's one of those things that a Kaja really needs. It's not like you're going to be able to just kind of swoop in and grab someone, maybe with the conceal, but still, we've seen him. He takes the long lane. He goes all the way around to try to get someone, and that flicker is so important. So we'll see how AP Brand decides to do that in about 30.
I mean, I think Demon Kite took a lot of the first picks too personal from Leo. A lot of the Fredrins were called TC and Weiss. He's like, I'm not just a YSS Lance main, I can also play Fredrin.
Is that one of the reasons why everyone's just gunning for Fredrin?
Maybe.
Trying to beat the stat.
Stat padding.
To be fair,
it's a thing.
At this point, man, I feel like a lot of people, they played Fred so much, the other utility junglers so much, that sometimes it's like, you know what, we'll still bring out Fredrin, because what it does is serves the purpose of, you can still focus on what you need to. He has good crowd control, but you can plant yourselves into these lords, into these objectives.
Yep.
And that works well in comparison to a YSS, for example, who's going to be a little more finesse about it.
Right.
So this lord's worked on. It's already being blitzed. They might just grab it.
Yep.
They're running out. Lord James again going in straight into 4 men. He's trying to CC as much as he can.
Oh,
Great
the crowd control!
Crowd control is insane. And it's just AP
Wow.
Bren running down Aurora here. Demon Kite slow as well. Getting hunted by X-Nova. He's going to go down. That's 4 down? That's 4 down for Aurora, man.
That's a big team fight for AP Brand. They thought they could burst Lord Jam, but because of 5 heroes standing under the Alice AoE, they want to push one way.
Can they end it?
There's no holy defense.
I think they can.
Oh, the Lord
spawns?
spawns though. Dominikai's here. It's 4v1.
Oh my goodness.
There's no way that you can anti-heal out of that one or anti-suppress. That's not a thing. AP Brand with the win.
AP Bren gets the first game, the first step on doing the impossible right now against the #1 seed. They take game 1.
Time and time again, we keep seeing this. Bottom seed teams beating out top 4 teams. Hell, even #1 and Lord JM with the 50-50 lose the Lord, but wins the fight for AP Brand with a massive 5-man set.
Man, I don't know what it is about those clouds, but maybe, you know, AP Bren wants another clouds game. Because right now, Rora's sitting at 0%.
0 out of 4 games.
Yes, on flying clouds.
Oh
There's
my
something about it. But let's take the clouds away for a second here. AP Bren just did an amazing job at taking those fights.
Yep.
James Panks is the MVP for this one. But, you know, overall as a team, it was the entire squad of AP Bren making it work. Yeah, like you mentioned, Lord JM being able to go in and get that Throne of Ruin off on that Alice, taking up all that damage and tanking things up, allowed James Panks to go ahead and get this MVP performance along with the rest of the team.
Yeah, and not just that, their rotations from the YSS, it looked like he was going to be selfish and greedy in terms of like map movements, like just farm with the YSS, constantly looking to be more aggressive in the lanes. But what happened was he forced AP Brent to play around him. And this is what I like about AP Brent for the past 2 weeks now. Now they realize they can actually utilize James Banks as the main carry for this team. I still think, you know, there's a lot of things that need to be worked on with the CC coming out from Shizu. But the YSS has been the pillar of success for these teams in the past 2 weeks. And James Banks was able to execute greedy movements on the map, but he made it so that it translated into actual economy lead because of these kills, these resources that they're taking away from Aurora, the map movements as well, the pressure on the side lanes. Hell, this is how Aurora played the YSS from week 3 to week 5. They've beaten teams like Onyx, TLPH just by being greedy with the YSS movements.
I think they accomplished one of the keys to victory here, man. I think the way that AP Brent played this, and even for X-Nova, they did sort of make Light a little passive.
Yes, because what's Light gonna do against nobody? Like, you move to Turtle, nobody's fighting for Turtle.
Yeah.
They're all bot side.
It feels like he was forced to play that way as well because suppress. He can't be too crazy like the Grok usually is.
I mean, not just to suppress, he has to be around the 1-1. And because the 1-1's away from AP Brent goes wherever they want to go. And fortunately for them, it's usually the opposite of where Aurora is because of the objectives that Demon Kite wants to take. Do take note, this was all over the game Aurora that was leading. AP Brand at some point in the early game, they were having you know, a good time, but when it came down to the mid game, it was still Aurora that was winning the skirmishes, winning the the position battle, the amazing taunts from Demon Kite against X-Nova. But came the Lord fight, the Lord dance against Aurora. Wolf mentioned it during the Howl. Like, Aurora does have a lot of like big surprises in the Lord dances, but what AP Brent did in this game was be patient. They were like, all right, let them take the Lord. When they group up, we jump in.
It's kind of crazy, man, because Aqua even had a hell of a time in the early game. And then later on, he's able to capitalize on the feathered airstrikes as much as he struggled with dealing with that. You know, so this is why we were talking about Aqua being that streak breaker. He definitely channeled into it here in game 1 along with the rest of the team. And I think I'm sold now on Alice working in certain situations. This is one of those situations where Alice was pivotal in allowing this lineup to go ahead and work. And even the CC pickup in the gold lane, like that ended up being really good for them.
I'm gonna be honest though, again, this is a little bit uncharacteristic from Aurora. Usually when they take the Lord, they're happy with that. They get out. When they saw Lord JM jump in, they were, I would say, they were not disciplined when they pulled the trigger on taking down the Alice. Because yeah, you can take down the Alice, but it took a lot of time. And he was able to set up the Throne of Ruin. Fortunately for AP Bread, it hit 5 heroes. Even though the one was able to get out because of the the second skill, the semi-purify.
Yep.
But again, the setup was there, and Aqua hit a massive feathered airstrike onto Aurora. One dash from James Bank deleted 2 heroes against Aurora, on the side of Aurora.
Yeah, and aside from obviously the really good movements here of AP Ren in the late game and being very patient, I really feel like Aurora, I don't know what's up, man. Someone woke up on the wrong side of the bed here in this lineup.
Yeah.
I can't tell.
I think it's just the way how these compositions are built. This is very similar to what TNC did against Aurora last week. It's all about breaking Aurora's understanding of the game. Like, they're so used to playing a set of plays in the map. If you do something different, they collapse.
Clouds do that too.
Clouds do that, yeah.
Yeah, because it changes the pace. Like that's kind of the biggest thing is about the Clouds is it changes the pace of the game at a fundamental level. Because when you kill the opponents and it's still, like I said, low death timers, like they can join back to the fight really quickly, and they're at full health.
Yeah.
You know, and you're just survived that last battle, so you might have half health, you might be lower than that.
Everything's on cooldown.
Yeah, Edward felt that. He was like, all right, I'm carrying Aurora on the back of my... Oh, wait, 3 heroes are flying over me.
Yeah.
What is this?
You know, and some of those points, like where they were fighting too, those Clouds actually brought them past or right to them to the fight.
Yeah.
You know, and so that's something you always have to be considerate of. Again, I think Aurora, what's made them so strong this season is, again, they've essentially mastered the basics, and that's what they did for a lot of their matches. But yeah, if you go and throw a wrench into those basics, sometimes they're also like, dang, we've been playing such a fundamental level for so long. You throw it into a loop, and we're like, oh no, what do we do? Like, what's going on here?
They're playing Mobile Legends Plus.
Mobile Legends Plus.
Legends Advanced, man.
Yeah, man.
Advanced levels.
Again, these rotations from James Banks, though, our BPI rich guy really did put a lot of effect into how AP Brent was able to transition towards the mid to late game because they had the economy to do it.
I think, you know, just really because it was such a, I know this was a rather quick game technically, but it was such a almost even in terms of like their scaling up because of the economy. It was pretty even. There was only one point where I think Roar, after that one big team fight, they had like a 2K gold lead, but AP Brent showed that it didn't really matter, and they won with better team fighting there. So can't wait to see what happens in game 2. But first off, super fans, we want to hear from you guys. You can tell us how we can make your MPL experience better. Answer the survey for a chance to win 1,000 diamonds. Again, this is your guys' chance to go ahead and get some diamonds to go ahead and roll on all those amazing skins and events going on. Just scan the QR code below, and then let us know.
We're counted as super fans, right? So
that's what I was going to say. I'm tempted. I am tempted to just scan the QR code.
Go ahead and do that. We got some time.
Can we?
got 3 minutes before the
If you got an
draft starts.
Infinix, you can.
Hey, pass me the phone. I'm just kidding.
Right? You guys can also, there's more for you guys because right now, of course, it's our last week of the regular season. We've got our playoffs coming up, so you can show your support for your favorite team in the playoffs. With Aurora in the first seed, which teams are climbing next? Tickets are selling fast, so hurry and cheer for your squad. They start as low as 250 pesos. Again, we have a whole bunch of stuff in store for you guys for this season's playoffs. It's going to be amazing. Whole new venue, whole new exciting events, even outside of the venue itself. So we can't wait to see you guys there because it's going to be electric. I think if this regular season has shown us anything, playoffs is going to be crazy, man.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy because, again, play-ins are going to be pretty set. Day 1 is going to be...
Day one's hard.
Two teams are going to go.
Yeah, day one's hard. I'm pretty sure we might go round 2 for 10 games again.
This is also, this is what I was talking about. We have a super fan city for you guys. So we've got an MPL festival. It's set to bring our super fans a super experience, a whole lot of super. Join us at the Cuneta Astrodome from October 22 to 26. We will see you all there. What's in store for you? A whole lot. Some of the pictures and graphics there are some hints for you guys too.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Those are some hints.
that's a lot of hints.
Bunch of bunch of exciting activities.
Can we do graffiti? I saw a spray can. I'm just kidding.
You know,
We might not be allowed to do that though.
I might not be.
you know what was cool?
What?
Over for MSC, when we were over in EWC, they actually had a wall that you could do.
Oh, wait.
Like
Maybe
graffiti.
that's it.
No, but it was electronic. Like you know, you actually held
I see.
a thing and then you
I see.
did graffiti on it.
I didn't
And it would
know
say
that.
like Yeah, it was
I was
pretty
here for
cool.
a month. I didn't know that.
Well, hey, you got to walk around the boulevard.
He was busy winning. I
My
guess.
bad. My leg acted up.
I was gonna say you were way busier with other things.
Arthritis, man.
Yeah. Well, before we go to game 2, while we give Midnight a chance to rest here, we're going to go ahead and throw it over to a little all-access segment. It's Aurora fan interview.
Maraming salamat sa ating mga casters. We are right here at the MPL Arena. Still, meron tayong mga panauhin, very important people around the corner. We have sila Sir Chris and Madam Lucelle. And for context, they are the parents of Gab. Na 2 seasons ago, was
It's hard to get that.
What if James Banks
Out of your
pulls out the Suyo here?
Ooh.
Mess up with their heads even more.
Be so ironic. Again, the irony.
CC?
Of
All right.
today.
If Aurora does not steal YSS here, that's a big mistake. That's a cardinal sin. They should play either Farsa YSS or Kalia YSS.
Demon Knights has a pretty good time on that hero.
Yeah.
So I guess you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, the problem is if they go Kalia YSS, you give the Lapu to Lord JM, the full views as well, or maybe even just go back to the normal Alice pick. So Kalia, YSS. Master the basic, you've been here so many times. Oh!
What?
They go the AP Brent route.
Kalea Angela.
I don't know how this dual pick fares against most of the meta picks, but
I mean, mid lane Angela's pretty strong anyway, right?
let me just say, Aqua is a mean Valentina player,
Yeah.
and he can steal the heart guard.
And that will do well. That's even better for the CC.
Yeah. So you go Valentina YSS here if you're AP Brent, or go Joy. Valentina.
Wow.
As long as
Joy
there's
Valentina.
Valentina. Oh, they're letting Aurora take the YSS. This is the
Spicy.
counter. You go Joy against YSS. I don't pretty much agree with the whole concept because there's a Kalia in the game. But either way, I think from AP Brent's perspective, this is what's gonna work. But instead of Valentina, they go for Kimmy.
So far, the AP Bren picks have been so on point. I
Yeah.
love this.
Yeah, this is a different
So
approach, but
perfect.
still works.
Yeah. I like that they, you know, because Kimmy was banned the previous game. But you go ahead and grab her now because I'm not sure if statistically she's like the best best mid laner.
I think so.
With the highest win rate, because a lot of teams like to utilize this Kimmy, and it's going to work really well with having the Joy and the CC here. So, wow, Demon Kite's gonna go to Lancelot instead of the YSS like we thought.
he can't because there's a Joy in the game, so he has to pivot to either Lance or Hayabusa. Technically, the Hayabusa would have worked, specifically against Joy. His problem in this game is that he can't match the tempo that the Kalei brings to this table for Aurora, and he doesn't utilize the Angela. So the Lancelot works better. That's why I think they went for this route. But again, you have to consider that the Phobius is going to get picked up. I think there's going to be a race for the Phobius. It might be banned from AP Brent's side, honestly,
Yeah.
because you don't want to deal with that. And the reason why Aurora has to think about the Phobius as well is that we've seen the CC be played in the gold lane for Shizu. That's why the XP is still open for both sides.
Yeah, I think, again, it's interesting because even the last game, you know, with Dominkite having the 1-1, which is it was such a hero that was permanently banned for the first half of the season, then gets picked up a couple times. It seems to be, you know, it still takes that setup for the 1-1 to work. So I'm just wondering, gold lane-wise, Dominkite, does he get his hands on something better that'll work for him?
Beatrix?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Granger and the Harith are gone.
Yeah, and there's also a Kalia.
And the Beatrix, yeah.
Good Esme ban, by the way. That's a heads-up ban coming out from Aurora, knowing that they couldn't pick up the Esme on their side because there is going to be a counter. Like, we've seen the Dyroth come out from Sanford before to utilize against the Esmeralda. So now AP Brent, I think final choice for them is to just remove the Phobius. Don't let Aurora take it because there's no Esmeralda anymore. There's no Uranus. There's no safe bet against the Phobius unless they want to go for the CC on the XP and then pick up you know, the gold lane for Shizu.
Yeah.
Maybe Moskov or something.
Is that why they just first picked it so they can just flex it if they
Yeah.
need to, depending on the rest of the draft from Aurora?
I like banning the phobias because it opens up just Lapu basically.
Yeah,
on
exactly.
The XP.
Opens up a lot of XP avenue. Instead of that, they go for the Arlet ban. Okay, I think they're confident with the flex of the CC. If you go Phobius here, they can just go. Oh, they steal it.
Edwards,
Bro.
sneaky.
They'll take it.
Problem is again, like what Rockhart mentioned, Lapu is now up for Lord JM. But this time around, the Alice is gonna have the Angela on her side.
Yeah, and that's why they took out the Esmeralda. I mean, all these shields, especially on the low cooldown from the Angela,
Yeah.
I feel like are going to be kind of a nuisance to deal with for AP Brand. Even if they have relatively good magic damage in the early game, like it's still going to be difficult.
Get this, Obsidia.
Are you
Obsidia's good here.
for Aurora?
No, for AP Brent.
AP Bren.
I mean,
Why?
for Aurora too, but
Why the Obsidia?
Yeah.
there's a lot of heroes that are dependent on positioning and mobility in team fights. Oh, they go for Ruby. I think this is Ruby.
Is that Gold Ruby?
I think it's Ruby XP. Unless
Ruby XP.
it's dependent to the last pick. Now, Aurora couldn't get their hands on the Obsidia if they want to.
Oh, they can swap the CC and the Ruby for gold.
Exactly.
Right, I see what you mean.
So I think Obsidia works here. The only problem for Obsidia is the Joy and the CC. But
Yeah.
if the Obsidia is able to land her Hunt of Bones to the Joy first, then she becomes the counter to the Joy.
And if U is really on point, he can keep the Obsidian alive for
Yeah.
a long
Nah, they go
time.
for the safe route.
Go
It's
with
a classic.
Moskov.
To be fair, I built all that up. I just want to see Obsidia, man.
You just want to see Obsidia?
Yeah.
I feel like teams have definitely still been like figuring her out,
They
like,
like
in the right
her,
composition. Yeah.
but they realize it's taking so long to set up.
Yeah,
Right? That's
there's-
the point.
It just seems like she takes that time.
It's a stronger but riskier Moskov, I would say.
And at this point, you probably just want to pick the Moskov,
Yeah.
especially because you don't want to get too out.
You're down one game, yeah.
Yeah, you're down one game.
So
You're
to be
on
safe.
You're on flying clouds again.
Oh, you're right.
You know,
Oh,
you
you're
might
right.
as well. You might as well give yourself the opportunity also to push cross map and then
Yeah.
join those fights because of the Moskov. That's what he does so well.
Somebody asked Dom and Kai, yo, what do you want to play? You want to get crazy or you want to be safe?
He's probably like,
They
I
go
want
with chill.
Let's
I want to
be
be safe. All right, play Moskov.
Play Moskov.
play Moskov.
Wait, what was the crazy option? Oh, it was Obsidia.
Obsidia.
Oh. No, go Moskov.
I was hoping for Bane actually.
Right, Bane's been a little slept on, you know, but he's picked up all the
Welcome
time
to
in your
Mobile
own
Legends.
games. But let's go ahead and see what happens. You guys can let us know too. Is this going to be a 2-0 for AP Brent? Are they going to sweep Rora, or are we going to be going to game 3? Again, it's Flying Clouds for game 2. A map, by the way, that Rora has not had a win on
Yeah.
just yet.
And what's crazy is James Banks is also a hero that he's very comfortable with. Oh, light. Light.
He rode the surge of life proc. That hurt. I felt that.
Whoa, wow.
Whoa, wait a
Yue
second
hurts.
though.
What is his damage? What?
Where's the damage coming from here from Yue?
What does he have? Oh,
I didn't know Angela could deal so much damage in the early game.
Impure Rage with all the mages.
what was his first item? What did he get for the first item? Did he get the... Yeah, I'm wondering what he got. Because, like, man,
It's the Codex.
those waves of love are
Oh, so
waves of
that's
damage.
why.
Yeah.
Ouchies.
He had no right dealing that amount of damage.
That shocked me, man. All right, so Edward obviously is this the first time we're going to see him use the revamp Alice?
Yes.
It is,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. I mean, we've only seen Alice like, what, twice?
Twice? Yeah.
Twice.
Twice, and her win rate wasn't updated because
I think
obviously she just got that win last.
It's still 0%, isn't it?
Yeah, she
yeah.
lost. She lost on clap.
Last game it was a win,
Yeah, last game was
but
a win.
in the first one it was a loss.
It was a loss, yeah.
So I was saying, you know, are we convinced that Alice is going to fit in some of these compositions, and teams have brought it up now?
Maybe.
I think Throne of Ruin, that ultimate, is still really good, and especially around objective fights, because as we talk about seeing more and more of the utility junglers come up,
Yeah.
you know they're going to be planning themselves around there, and Alice is one of those heroes that puts herself right there and can get that ultimate off.
Yeah, maybe that's the thing. Like, it's good because utility junglers are a thing.
Yeah, like it's
In the
been
meta.
coming back, right?
Yeah. Because it's more of a, I would say, filler, because XP laners are now also secondary roamers. And honestly, I would consider Alice is a better roamer than an XP laner, but she just can't
Wow.
roam.
She can just go and dive in a lot, which she's doing right now. There's the Throne of Ruin. Demon Kite closes out that turtle, and he's surviving.
Lord Jam.
Angela, but in the backside is James Banks actually suffering here. Lord Jam, though, doing really good on the CC.
Almost, but it wasn't enough. It's because of the hard guard coming out from Hewitt. Demon Kite survives. Good initiation there from AP Brand, although Demon Kite was still able to get the turtle with the retribution, and because of that, the extra shields helped. But even then, we see the potential in terms of damage output coming out from AP Brand.
Yeah, I'm surprised too, because before that turtle broke in, Lord JM actually got the flicker out from Light earlier too, so Light then wasn't part of that fight and could really be useful for that. So good decision making from AP Brand in this early portion.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like Aurora, their strength in this lineup is early game because of the amount of heals and shield that they can get from both the Kalia and the Angela. But that is gonna be, you know, almost non-existent mid-game because of the dominant Isis, the, you know, the Sea Halberds, even the glowing ones coming out from these mages. But that's if they build it, though.
Yeah. That's right, exactly. You're gonna have to compete against like the sustain of a Ruby, of a CC, and what's the build?
Well, there's already the black guys coming out from X-Nova.
Oh, there you go. Very early on.
Yeah,
So that's gonna deal with a lot of the heal.
Yeah, this is what they're going to have to go ahead and count on, too. And I think even in the gold lane, you're not really going to see much from Dominkite. He might have to deal with some pressure if AP Brand decides to go ahead and shift the focus there, especially having X-Nova on the Grok. But right now, it's just mainly kind of maintaining this for Dominkite, getting that farm he needs. You know, he can always rely on having that Purify. But really, this game, I feel like it's just going to come down to the objective fights. It's not really going to be that pick-off-centric playstyle, unless, for example, Aqua lands a Traction Pulse. That's why sometimes you see him just throw it out, you know, see if he's able to go ahead and pressure out a battle spell even.
It's also like how they approach these fights, because Aurora, they want to move in, look for a pick-off, and then reset with the hard guards cooldown. But for AP Brand, if they know their win conditions, they can actually be patient in these fights, look for the punishes, because they have a lot of counter-engage with the Ruby and the Grok. And, you know, there's also like the sustained damage in the form of the Kimi, and, you know, with the CC as well, standing in the front line. It just has to be like very controlled coming out from AP Brand.
Okay, right now, fighting for this turtle. It's already being controlled by AP
Oh, look at
Brand.
Man, he's go crazy. But even with the hard guard here, James Banks with a turtle king. He's dancing around here. Traction Pulse basically doing nothing. What is happening? Team fights are weird.
Yeah, again, it's just Aurora trying to go and look for these pickoffs. It was big for Demon Kite, but problem was AP Brand was focused on the turtle, and then X-Nova and Shizu was just on Lancelot duty. Delay the Demon Kite as much as you can.
Decent gold coming into Dominkite with the turreting on top side. Lord JM, pretty decent poke, and nothing's gonna happen there. But look at the bottom. They're diving in. They have a lot of really good dive power. And again, Demon Kite just doing Lancelot things with the help of Yue.
Dude, he found Aqua behind the minion waves. He knew. He was like, some raider would be here.
I can smell
a raider would be standing in these lines.
That's familiarity right there, if I've ever seen it, right?
That's surge of blood.
Dude, I was like, no, Demon Kite, that's not the lane you want to be in. That's where the Ruby and the Grok is. But he was like, no, I'm not looking for the Ruby and the Grok. I'm looking for my friend.
My old pal. Man, Lord JM, by the way, he's been doing a ton of damage to everybody on the CC.
He might be top damage next to Aqua right now, honestly.
He's got to be. I know we're going to have to look at the damage meter in a second here, but man, the CC really hurts. And a lot of the times he's just jumping in, and he's put enough pressure with the current call and Blitz alone that he's able to even get some of the battle spells out.
Yeah, but the problem is for Aurora right now, even though Edward's soaking up a bunch of these damage from Lord JM, the thing is, they can't find anything on the map. Even Demon Kite is finding it hard. Oh, Shizu goes down. But again, you go back to the idea of Demon Kite constantly roaming around to find something. And because of that, he's behind against James Banks in terms of levels, which is a big problem come the Lord fights. Oh, Lord JM.
Lord JM, again, absorbing so much of this.
Oh, wow.
He has the vengeance, he can pop it, but it's not going to be enough to save him. It's going to be a knockup, and that's going to be the kill. Jam goes down. They're using a lot of their ultimates as well. There's just no way they can follow up against this. What a strong Ube coming in from Aurora.
I don't even know what was that from AP Brand. It felt like that was uncoordinated. And Aurora, again, you cannot make a mistake against this team. They find an opening, they make a big hole out of it.
It's a 50-50 debuff kicking in, man. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of weird, but good usage of the hard guard for Dome and Kite to go ahead and make that play against Lord JM, even pushing him back with the Spear of Misery.
Ouch.
Now he's going to fight for this orange buff. Edward and Demon Kite alone.
Oh, the curtains go!
Oh, big current call coming in here, but I don't think they care. They are playing
my
around that
goodness.
current call like it's nothing. Edward's still alive, and just some nice slay the hand here. Dominkaito falling on top side. That was huge.
Yeah, big kill coming out from AP Brand, but so does Aurora. Now Demon Kite's back on the map, able to outplay a lot of the players coming out from AP Brand with the punctures, Thorn Roses, and Phantom Execution. He's dodged 2 tectonic charges now, by the way.
Yeah.
2 tectonic
This is Lancelot, man. There's, you know, in the hands of some of these prolific junglers. I mean, we have so many good junglers here in the league. It's always great to see it. And, you know, part of that, too, is, again, the amount of time Edward's able to go ahead and buy on this Alice. Some of those team fights, it's just like, you can't help but try to, like, attack her and deal with her as she's just sitting there, throwing and ruining and waltzing all over everybody.
Yeah, and again, these setups are very important. You saw how hard it is for AP Brand to actually go for these punishes. They have to be controlled and precise with these counter engages. Because when we saw James Banks earlier come in to finish off Dominkite, Light was there to sort of stop the Joy from using the electrifying beats. James Banks didn't even try to dodge the Kalea. He waited for the last second before he popped the electrifying beats, which caused so much trouble for him because he sustained a bunch of damage. And then even after the electrifying beats came out, there was the Spear of Misery coming out from Dominkite that prevented him from moving forward.
I guess he's right. You have to be precise here because otherwise US just will be able to nullify most of that with the hard card.
Yeah. So taking a look here, see that Brute Force picked up from Demon Kite, gonna help him getting into range in this first Lord that's coming up here too. That's gonna help him out. Holy Crystal though for James Banks too, so he, on damage wise, he's pretty good. There's also Brute Force for Lord JM now, so these big items are coming into place for this first Lord fight.
Yeah, his problem is, again, the control though from Aurora. Even though there is a big damage from the Joy, they have to find the proper setup, and they have to consider a lot of things. Like number one, the pickoff coming out from Light. They have to find the Kalea. They have to link the right targets. Most importantly, the Lancelot, maybe alongside the Alice or the Kalea, because you want to disrupt these people from actually going in and out from these fights.
Yeah, no, I'm offended for now. They might just delay this though. I don't think either team really wants to.
They find the Lance.
Oh, wait
Demon
a
Kite?
second here. Demon Kite again is going to have the hard guard to keep him alive, but I think those are pretty useful utils removed already for Aurora. They might just want to disengage this one.
Yeah.
Good push too from Dominkite the whole time. This is what I was saying. You just delay this Lord take, let your Moskov do the work, and so Dominkite will continue to do that.
They forced the hard guard, but they didn't do anything about it. Now Aurora could just wait for the next set. He
It's
has
up
it now.
again. Yeah, it's like what, a 20? What is it? Oh, Edward.
Back on cooldown. Edward trying to make something happen here, but again, it's just so strong, man. Edward's in front of 4 people. He is just surviving it and actually just finessing it.
Yeah. Now Aurora is playing the Lord setup. Play the slow push. Wait for the Lord resets. It's now Aurora who is in control. AP Brand is the one who needs to punish here, because if they play this slow, Dominkite is just gonna farm and nothing's gonna happen in the Lord pit, especially with how the composition of Aurora works. They have a bunch of sustain. The shields and the heals from Yue, and also Light with the Surge of Life.
It's starting to feel like AP Brand's fizzling out here, man. What is up with AP Brand?
Well, a part of this, again, is the lineup that they have specific to it. You know, their gold laner, Shizu, he's mainly going to be their crowd controller. He's setting things up. So is X-Nova, even to an extent Aqua, to try to get that traction pulse off. And you're really relying on Lord JM and James Panks to have enough damage, you know, and just win with crowd control, if you will, here. But Aurora, they've got that sustainability.
Yeah, they forced Dominkite out of the slow lane. Now they have a window to work with. At the very least, 30 seconds to find a crucial pickoff for AP Brand.
For AP Brand, I feel like it's now or never. Make something happen here.
X-Nova though.
Or else you will just fizzle out, like I mentioned earlier. Here's X-Nova up on front. Lord James looking for it. Already using the current call to slow down Demon Kite, but that's already
they're going for the
a
Lord.
hard guard on cooldown. James Banks with a Lord take. But what's the team fight gonna look like? It's Edward in the middle of everything. They can't stop him. They can slow him down. And there goes the Spear of Destruction. Everyone's just gonna go down like some balloons getting popped here with a puncture coming in.
That's it.
This could be it. That is a wipeout almost. Lord James still alive though. He's running
the hills. Lord's already walking on top.
They might be able to end it here. They're working on that mid turret. It's Lord Jam trying to get back to base.
Yeah, that should be it.
Can they end it here?
It feels like it. There's just no way Lord James can clear this or slow them down. And we are going to have a game number 3 for this one, folks.
Give Aurora their first win on Flying Clouds. They did it faster than AP Brent did in game 1. We're going to game 3.
We got a debunk here of their weakness. It's not Flying Clouds, apparently. This time around, they will survive.
This is scary, super scary for a lot of these teams. Is the go-to, but I don't think Aurora is gonna be happy with that trade, because if you take Fred, AP Brent gets Kalea, YSS. If you take YSS, they still take Kalea.
Yeah.
And then James Fox goes, what?
Oh.
Are they forcing Demon Kite to play Akai or Fanny? Those are the 2 remaining heroes for Demon Kite.
That's fun.
I mean, 3 with the Hayabusa.
What about the Bane? Has he ever?
Nah.
No, he hasn't, right?
No.
Please break a Bane.
Bane's been kind of slept on this series,
Yeah,
huh?
come on.
I mean, both sides don't play Bane. Okay, now that's a clear go signal.
Yeah, that's all right. Domin Kite, we want to keep our streak going.
Bane.
We
It's a
want
Bane.
this.
It's
That's
a
a
Bane, right?
Dude, if you Brent, don't overthink this. You go Bane or you go Lunox.
Yeah. Why is this?
But I swear to God, they might just pick Moscow for Shizu.
Why is this? Why is this game? Why does this draft feel like so much fun now?
Wait, Rora gets either Lapu or Arlet. I think Arlet's the safe choice. Unless they want to go Uranus.
Arlet for Edward, right?
Yeah. Unless they want to go Uranus and then Fanny.
Yeah.
For Aurora, they've done that, I think, twice now. Where they set up the Fanny for Demon Kite, but they have to get the Uranus.
What about the Alice? Are we? So far, Alice has been winning.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe they go for the Alice route once again.
Alice for the series has had like the best time that she's had since her introduction back into the pick. So they go Eve. What are they gonna go? Are they gonna go jungler here?
Eve Haya? Eve Arlet? Oh, there goes Yakai.
He is gonna play the Akai.
Yeah.
No Bane. I'm
Yep.
so sad.
Aqua's so sad right now.
Why?
He can't get these ults with the Valentina, because now he has to play the Kimmy.
Oh, that's true.
And this is not fun, by the way, because the Akai could just rush Blade Armor.
Yeah, you can't force the Kimmy to go gold lane here just to get Valentina. That just doesn't work.
You can't even Moskov here.
Yeah.
So what do? You go Bane.
You go Bane.
For gold?
There's no questions.
Go big or go
Yeah.
Bane.
Go big or go Bane.
Bane, Lapu.
That's not Bane.
Oh, yeah.
It's XP,
Well,
it's
to be
XP.
fair, yeah, that's a good pick, because there's 2 big
Yeah.
shields, big
Yeah.
shield source from Aurora.
Can you absorb off of Eve's shield?
Yes.
You
Yeah.
can too, right?
And you also
So
bypass the shield, so it doesn't matter.
that's all the shields removed for Akai, for Harif, and for Eve.
Yeah, and I think Aurora's gonna want to maybe ban out a Matilda.
Oh yeah, you're right. Thousand Pounder does give a shield.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
All right. Let's go have fun here.
That's a good draft from AP Brent. To be fair, they've had 3 good drafts now. I mean, this still ain't finished, so.
That's always been the thing for me for the season though. Like
Good
AP
ban.
Brent usually has pretty good drafts, and then you know in some of the games they've gone 3 games against some of the best teams in the league. It's just
Yeah.
always like, you know, is this one of the cases of these guys just need more reps? You know, they're sophomores. I mean, Aqua obviously he's got his
Veteran,
whole
yeah.
veteran here, but. Like, do these guys just need more reps? Are they missing some of the execution factor? They've clearly made improvements towards now in
Yeah.
week 8.
I think that's where you sort of point your finger towards experience. Like again, Aqua does have a lot of experience on his arsenal, but it's just the level of execution is different in
Yeah.
these high-level games. Like you cannot give such openings to your enemies, because you give a dot to teams like Aurora. Next thing you know, it's a black hole.
They've just
It grows that
blasted
fast.
the light through it, man.
Yeah.
they blasted the light right through that dot.
Yes. So now for AP Brent, I think you ban heroes like Uranus. Even the glue, honestly, could work here for Aurora. Problem is they have a lot of like magic damage, so radiant armor is gonna be a thing. To be honest though, these 2 comps have big problems of their own. Like Aurora too, they rely heavily so much on these team fight ults that if they use everything, they don't have anything left against the Esme. So
Yeah.
this is a good ban, by the way, the CC from Edward,
Yeah.
just to mitigate the sustained damage. And again, it forces Aurora in a position where they have to look for an XP laner that can sustain against AP Bren, which is not reliant on his ult,
So not the glue.
which is Uranus.
I was gonna say, is it gonna be the Uranus or like does he go glue?
Again, that's just so much magic damage, though.
What if, call me crazy, go.
Crazy.
Thank you.
Well,
What
I
if,
was gonna hear what you say first.
what if AP Bren goes Uranus XP and gets the Esmeralda played on Shizo's hands? Because it is a good matchup versus the Harris.
That's so crazy, man.
I mean, that's why you call me crazy.
You're
That's
messing with my
crazy,
mind.
but it's not out of the realm of possibility.
But I'm pretty sure they're going to go Bane here. I'm pretty sure they go Bane here. If not,
That's not bait.
maybe Moscow. Wow!
So it is a gold lane Esmeralda.
So the
sir.
crazy
You're
stuff
not crazy.
happened.
I am crazy.
The crazy stuff happened.
They are crazy
You're
too.
crazy, they're crazy, everyone's crazy today.
Hey, if you
No,
gotta,
not the audience.
if
Not the
you
audience.
gotta
Oh,
beat
sorry,
them,
not you guys.
you gotta be a little crazy.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you beat systems,
That's
right?
how you beat. Yes,
Yeah, you bring
you bring the
chaos.
crazy.
You bring chaos to the order,
Yeah.
and the system breaks. That's how it works, ladies
My
and gentlemen.
brain is just...
Lapu, yeah, Lapu or Uranus, Franco.
Oh, the Franco.
Okay. Grok or Hylos would be good here, but problem is they're all magic damage. So I'd say Grok. Whoa!
What?
I
Okay,
knew it!
wait,
We're gonna have
I'm
so
sorry.
much fun here!
No crazy. Like this is beyond crazy now.
I was hoping for a Saber, but
This is pandemonium!
That was
hoping
a
for-
Rome. That was a Rome.
Yeah,
That was a Rome
That's
Helker.
Nova, yeah.
Rome Helkert against Harith, against Eve. I like it, man.
Can I just say again?
I like it.
Putting it in context, they're going with this draft on potentially the game that they bow out of playoff contention.
Hey, you don't pull out something without having it practiced the past week.
Oh, that's true.
So, Axe Nova might have played a bunch of Helkert games, and this is the most important Helkert game of this season.
Is this enough chaos
I think
to
it
keep
is.
them in contention?
I think it is.
Bren.
Do take note, they have 3 magic damage dealers. If Rora becomes greedy and builds Dreadnought first, they leave themselves open
Welcome
and
to
susceptible
Mobile
to these magic
Legends.
damages of AP Brent.
Can I just say how poetic it might be if we see that the Dark Knight Falls is what gives a loss to the light. Oh my goodness, who also has light on their team.
What is this? What
Welcome
is
to game 3,
happening?
ladies and gentlemen.
All right, all right. Light says no.
No,
You
no,
do
no,
not.
no.
You do not put darkness in my world, sir.
Well,
The light system, will it prevail?
Well, X Nova also says no.
I was gonna say you gotta wait. He's like, well, let me hit level 4 first, all right? let me get the ultimate first.
Yeah, X Nova was like, you're already, at 6 a.m. Let me get to midnight level.
Let me get warmed
Not
up
me,
here.
not me. Just the time.
Time.
Hey, he might. Looking at this too, man, X Nova. This is. I feel like this is again what people have been kind of wondering if we'd see this version of Rome's now because of the whole Rome's update in
Yeah.
Project Next.
Yeah.
Like you have this kind of flexibility that if you want to bring an assassin in the Rome, you could technically do it.
I've actually been saying that for a long time. Anyone can be a roamer now.
Yeah, it's funny because people tried doing it for the first few weeks of Project Next, didn't
Yeah.
work. But then they found out about the Rome thing, and when people mastered it, they were like, oh, okay,
That's
we
how you
actually
play
get more gold than our mages. Our mages become roamers now.
That's right.
And we do become assassins.
That's why you get Obsidian on Rome. Just kidding.
No.
Don't, guys, don't do that.
Guys, please
I was
don't.
kidding. I was kidding.
I mean, that's the thing though. Like he's level 3, as same as Aqua, and the whole point of this is to get to that level 4 if he can.
Yeah.
Get that Dark Knight Falls.
How is Dominicite winning this lane?
Yeah, that's
That's
oh,
true.
no.
Ooh, look at that. James Max locked in.
Oh.
And it's going to be the kill onto Light with the Iron Hook for first blood.
I like how Light just threw that hook out there. He's like, yeah, I want this kill.
Kill steal. Just kidding.
I'll take that one.
There's Lord JM, though. He is soaking it up from the ruins, locking everyone down, but the damage is not quite there yet. Aqua is just arriving. Turtle goes over to Aurora, and I don't think they care much about this Kimmy quite yet.
All right. You gotta admit, Aurora, their gameplay is again almost perfect, nigh impenetrable. This system just works. Put 4 heroes against Hellkurt, and he does nothing.
Yeah,
He's gonna run.
He's not going to do really much anyway until he gets to that level 4, I guess. You know, which is he's nearly there.
Yeah.
But that's one of the main things. Whereas again, you counter that with here's a Franco. His Iron Hook is deadly at level 1.
Yeah.
Very deadly as well as decent damage coming in from Lord GM. Xnova, again, look at that. It's not really gonna do much, especially against the Lapu, against an Akai in the
Akai
early
will take
game.
that all day.
Yeah, dude, look at their itemization. They don't care about Hellkurt. Demon Kite's rushing the Silence Robe, and then I think this is Edward going for a War Axe rush against Alice, which I do recommend, by the way. Playing Lapu against Alice, you rush
Spell
the War
that,
Axe.
man.
Yeah.
Sustain versus sustain. There you go. Xnova trying to get started, because usually if you're Hellkurt, you want to do it early. You want to be the one hunting, not the one running it.
What?
What?
I
I thought he'd do that first.
Yeah. Huh.
But
Dude,
Again,
even the battle spell, like
weird stuff.
Flicker on Hellkurt.
do you think he should have gone with the Petrify or?
Petrify, 100%.
You go 100% or you go home, sir.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah. By the way, this is how Lapu works against Alice.
It's
He's
really
just
a
gonna
whole.
laugh at you, right?
It's really a whole lot of nothing.
A whole lot of nothing.
I haven't seen Lapu lose a lane to Alice.
Was this really the time to bring out this lineup? I don't know. Man.
Again, I think it's one of those situations
You
where
go
it's
big or
like,
you go home.
Yeah,
Go big, go home.
Like if we're gonna go out, we're gonna go out guns blazing,
Yeah.
and it'll either work great or it won't. Again, it's still early in the game, 4
Pretty
minutes
early,
in,
I know.
but it's already the best lead that Rora's pretty much had in the series.
Solid
and
lead.
they're gonna go ahead and start up this turtle here. AP Bren though.
Yeah.
They're looking like they want to go ahead and face off. Xnova doesn't have the ultimate just yet, the Dark
Yeah.
Knight Falls, but he should have it.
They're trying to wrap around.
For
The
this.
Demon Kite, Domin Kite rather, is on the bottom.
no,
she
heavy
just can't
spin.
really deal with it. There's just no way you can go around this hurricane. And now, it's Lord James in the
Xnova?
middle. Oh, you can't lifesteal if you are locked in and suppressed. And that is going to be AP Bren running for the hills.
Dude, look at Xnova. He's acting like a carry now, split pushing for AP Brent. But again, these setups from Aurora is what's preventing this chaos from the Hellkurt, the heavy spin just to catch the Fredrin. They tried to play around, ring around Rosie in the turtle pit, but their reload manipulation secured the area for Aurora to the point where even if the other members from AP Brent try zoning out other players from Aurora, doesn't matter because they're just going for the fight themselves.
Yeah, and you can still see the battle up top in the XP lane going on. They are going to lose this turtle.
Oh, look at that. Demon Kite will
Wow.
be able to
Nah.
heavy spin out of there. Again, just barely.
The Kai's just too good, man.
Yeah, he doesn't have the damage.
Yeah.
I think the Silence Robe is up for the Akai. Actually, matter
Oh,
of fact,
Radiant.
it's a Radiant armor finish
completed.
now. So this is going to become a problem because next item would be Blade Armor. This Akai will be untouchable.
All right, so diving into the big fight, Shizu goes through UN like bread on butter, or butter on bread. And there you go, Domin Kite as well. Is that a hot knife through butter?
Which,
All right.
whichever way you use your butter
I
and
mean,
your bread.
it's up to you, bro. Like, it's your life.
There's no right way, Rockhart.
Yeah.
You know?
Sorry.
We don't judge here. We don't judge here. But what I can
fun.
judge from that fight is, again, these fights are just weird for AP Brent.
It's
because
so weird,
these
man.
setups from Aurora, the quick punish from Light, it's just their presence of mind. Like, they're always ready to fight on the side of Aurora. That's why Xnova can't find an opening. He can't find the pickoff because every fight he jumps into, it's a team fight.
James Panks can't even find an opening in his jungle because it's all being taken by Demon Kite. You know,
Yeah.
he's he's about 2.5 levels behind of Demon Kite right now, and you can see 1,000 gold behind.
Yep.
That's not the position you want to be in with this kind of lineup either, so this should just be another easy turtle unless they fight in mid.
That's a great energy eruption, though, forcing the flicker out, and that's going to be Yua going down. But it's a perfect heavy spin, locking in
Oh,
both
jeez.
of these AP Brand members. Just no way to punch back.
That was the perfect heavy spin because you're literally like, I'm pinning 2 dudes
Yeah.
in one area.
That's immaculate.
That's what you call 2-in-1.
2-in-1.
That's a 2-in-1.
Yeah.
Oh,
2-in-1 plus
That's-
1. Happy birthday.
That's the analysis.
Yeah.
Like,
That's-
what do you want me to talk about? That's a good heavy spin.
It's just a good heavy spin, and that's
Oh,
also
no.
a very good play. The
Oh!
Spider, Edward, relentless on the Lapu Lapu.
That physically looked like smashing a cockroach,
Yeah.
man. Like,
That's a sad roach.
Ouch.
That's a sad roach. If I've ever seen one.
They're fizzling out here.
Oh,
there
no.
goes the Iron Hook. is gone just like that.
Okay, at least he gets orange buff on the Kimi. But again, Aurora, this is their normal tempo. This is Aurora's system. 6K gold lead, 7 minutes in. You just hold on to this.
AP Brand again fizzling out just like earlier.
Hey.
Although there's a Mr. 50-50 in this game. We saw the Alice worked earlier, but the main difference is James Banks is not on a funnel core.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Once again, it's just this is such a big lead for Aurora to have right now. And when you look at this kind of lineup on what AP Brent has, that's an even bigger factor when you're down 6K gold.
Yeah, actually, let me take it back. He went for first helmet on the Alice. What? This hurts. Honestly, this hurts.
Is that like what is the thought process there? Like I just want to push more.
He's gonna evaporate, basically.
I just want to push this lane more.
Maybe he just wants to push minion waves, prolong the game, but it doesn't help. It doesn't help his case against the Harith.
It's Alice can't tank, basically.
The Lapu. It's basically AP Brain having no frontliners. That's why James Banks has been having a hard time.
Like, come on, like, isn't that what the Alice is supposed to do? And look at how crunchy or how squishy it is.
It's just an Akai.
That was just like one skill combo. But Lord James says, you know what, I'll try to go in. Dodges the bravest fighter. Decent traction pulse as well coming in from Aqua. But look at that, Shizu is in front. He's soaking up some pretty good damage as well. On the Esmeralda, the James Panks with the kill. That's going to be Dominkite going down. But it's a lock-in and James Panks can't do anything.
Oof, okay, well, they got Dominkite, but still, AP Brent loses that fight.
Yeah, let me just say, Aqua hit the Akai for 10 seconds straight. Dealt a third of his HP.
Oh no, X-Nova.
Oh, X-Nova, he's gonna have to run for
flicker.
it. As usual, Edward is hunting him down with the Brave Spider. He's just nowhere to run. He's just, again, like a cockroach, just trapped.
Let me tell you something, let me tell you something.
It's a sad roach.
Oh man.
It sounds like, help me.
Oh my.
That's literally,
Is that how?
that's just what good cockroaches sound like.
Yeah, that's, unfortunately, X-Nova, this Hellcurt isn't working out. Now, can something turn around here? Because we're approaching that 10-minute mark. This has been a one-sided game right now for Aurora. And AP Brent is lacking in every department.
Dude, the problem is every time they try going like on Aurora, they don't have the damage, they don't have the sustain. Also, the counter punish from Light with the hooks, the Bloody Hunt onto Lord JM is always on point for Aurora. Even the Dominkite suffered a casualty there because of the gap close from AP Brent, and without the Zaman Forest, he suffered the fate of just dying inside of the team fight. You still have Edward to deal damage on the front line. He is a fat Lapu. And the main concern from AP Brent is who kills the Akai? Because again, we've seen Aqua continuously hit the Akai for 10 seconds, dealt like a third of his HP as damage. That's 10 seconds, by the way.
Yeah. This is just, it's gonna be non-fighter here, a non-starter here rather, for AP Brand, losing out their inhibitor turret. That almost hit as well.
Dude, this
sandwich attempt. Lord GM just trying to tank as much as he can.
The sandwich attempt turns into a cut onto the minion wave on the bots in the mid side, but top side, there's still a minion wave coming in. Aurora, they're gonna chase.
Look at
they want a cockroach.
He is hungry for some very spicy Hellcurt.
I think he's actually gonna get away, but again, you're essentially not useful at all, for X-Nova. Like, yes,
that's right.
Okay, the Dark Knight falls.
It's time for these itemizations to come through. Lord JM finally now has the Oracle. I think this is a brute force that he's trying to build. So maybe at least 7 more minutes.
He's catching up.
Yeah,
he's catching up on items.
We said 10 minutes. That bought him a few minutes. Let's see if they can actually decide to huddle down and maybe contest Lord or give it away.
Yeah, to be fair, this growth is exponential for AP Brand, by the way. They have a lot of heavy hitters on their side. The Kimi and the Hellcurt. Magic and physical. Light?
Oh, the miss on the Iron Hook is huge. Winter Crown going to be forced here.
Yo, what? Why would you leave the Franco?
Huh, that's a good point. What is happening here? And again, AP Brent maybe going for the big macro play. They find Edward! Edward with the bravest fighter to be able to at least stay alive for now, but now it's going to be Aurora on the hunt.
Brent?
They're looking for Shizu. Shizu is on the run, and there's just no backup. They're arriving. reviving just now. Edward gets taken out. It's a trade, 1 for 1.
X-Nova's scaling. He wants more.
Oh,
Big
X-Nova.
engage.
Oh, he missed!
Oh my goodness gracious. That is the hit you want to make, but Dominkite is unstoppable on the back line.
Oh, man. X-Nova saw Dominkite, and then Dominkite's like, nope, Secret Vision.
Yeah, with the Purify too, so he doesn't get silenced by the jump. Quick, smart plays coming out from Aurora, and because of that, they get lured. But again, it was a weird sequence from AP Bren. They had the ability to punish the Franco, and even then, after the jump by X-Nova onto Edward, the Fredder does nowhere in the scene. He was farming the purple buff. Little bit of disconnection coming out from AP Bren.
Yeah, this some of these team fights here might be a little odd, but I feel like AP Brand ultimately is accomplishing what they wanted to. It's kind of funny because you look at the itemization too for X-Nova. He's got the Blade, DHS, Malefic Roar, and even a Sea Halberd. He's able to go ahead and put enough pressure on even Edward, like we saw earlier with that initial burst.
Yeah.
Where it might be a threat enough to stop Rora from just going full force in a team fight.
All right, benefit of the doubt, it just feels like AP Bren is just trying, scared of making mistakes. Right? That just feels like
Maybe. But at this point, they have to make a play because Aurora now has all the utility items that they need. There's a Blade Armor on Light. I think the Winter Crown's up again for the Franco. And Flicker as well. He can just pick and choose whatever target he wants to bite.
Yeah, Traction Spell's already used as well, so Aqua just has no way to counter this.
Look at Edward though.
Great minion wave clear at least, right?
Super menacing in the front line. This Lapu Lapu is a big problem for AP Brand.
He's looking for Nova.
Yeah.
He's looking for Nova right here.
They get all turrets down, but I don't know if they can end it here unless they force AP Bren to go for a fight. They got the wave pushing up down bottom too.
Lord JM comes in, big Throne of Ruin.
Oh,
but they're playing straight into the real world. It's canceled though by X-Nova. And look at Domek. It's just so unstoppable. He is still surviving. He is throwing out so much damage as well.
Domek?
Lord JM, X-Nova all alone. And Dominkai's gonna fall, but I think that's everyone else in AP Bren. And ladies and gentlemen, what do you know? It's Rora coming out on top.
Rora will take game 3, and that's an exciting one from AP Bren, but unfortunately, not enough to break the streak.
AP Bren is the first team to be out of playoffs contention as they drop to Aurora, and the streak continues to 12-1.
12-1.
12-1. You can see that they like the. I feel like Rora is happy about the series, though. You can see them, of course. Sportsmanship here between the two teams. They know what that means for AP Brand, man. And Rora, again, a Goliath in themselves. And former teammates Aqua there with Dominkite and Light. They will be taking their bow here. We're gonna applaud AP Bren. They gave us their best. And we'll have to see what they decide to do moving forward. It's too unfortunate, though. Maybe if they got flying clouds. But, hey, that didn't happen. Let's go ahead and throw it over over on the stage. Go ahead to hear for our winners interview.
12 straight match wins. Give it up for your winners, Aurora Gaming! Coach MTV, congratulations. You are one match win away from tying yung pinakamahabang win streak natin in the regular season. Does that mean something to you?
Sa totoo lang, hindi kasi namin naging goal yun. Pero siguro thankful pa rin ako kasi ang ganda talaga ng pinakita ng buong team. Kaya siguro extra lang din siya sa amin. Extra bonus lang din siya para sa amin. Parang pag nagawa namin.
Coach, last season, you were also the top seed heading into the playoffs. What's the difference now na i-approach niyo yung playoffs? Anong klaseng Aurora ba makikita namin doon?
Siguro mas handa siguro kasi alam naman namin kahit na pinagandaan talaga namin yung last season, may kulang talaga sa ginawa namin kaya medyo nabitin talaga yung run namin ng playoffs. Pero dahil nga natuto na kami, talaga siguro din namin na maganda yung magiging run namin ngayong playoffs.
And there's a lot of critics still all over social media, hinihintay na mag-champion kayo or hindi kayo mag-champion. Is there a message from Coach MTB to the rest of your critics?
Wala lang. Thank you pa rin kasi yung mga info na binabato nyo sa amin, negative man or positive, nakakatulong pa rin sa amin yun kasi nag-a-adjust talaga kami. And nare-realize talaga namin kung ano yung mali namin dahil sa mga sinasabi ng lahat yan.
Just tremendous amounts of respects. May you pass the mic to Light naman. Light, this was such an unfortunate scenario. Parehas na kayo ni Demon Kite nito kasi yung dati ninyong kakampi na si Aqua was with AP Bren and you guys were streak breakers before. Kayo yung mga tumatanggal ng win streak. Pero si Aqua, together with the Bees, hindi niya napigilan yung win streak nyo. Are you feeling something na kayo yung kailangan na mag-eliminate sa kanila to win this match? Anong nararamdaman mo ngayon na ikaw ang nag-eliminate sa dati mong kakampi from before?
Siyempre, malungkot ako kasi para sa kanya kasi happy ako na nagkaroon din siya ng team dahil galing siyang pahinga kaso yun nga lang, kinulang sila. So, ayun, bawi next season, galingan niya pa.
Demon Kite, you've been in those kinds of situations before na meron ding heartbreaks every now and then na makapasok ng finals. If there's anything that you wanna say to Aqua ngayon, ano masasabi mo sa kanya?
Para kay Aqua na lang, bawi lang ng bawi, tas galingan mo lang palagi yun. Magkikita tayo sa itas next season.
Well, we're definitely manifesting for that. And of course, asan yung na-future kanina, Yue? Yue, right before the start of the match, may nakita kaming parang graph where there's been a lot of times na pasok ka sa top 4 pero hindi nakakatungtong ng championship. Is this the season for Yue to be a champion?
Hopefully.
Ano yun?
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Are the Auroras hopeful for that? This was such a moment for you and paano ba nakatulong yung mga pagkatalo mo from before, those moments na feel mo na nalungkot ka talaga because you were unable to get the championship to who you are now as a player?
Siguro paano ba? Siguro tumibay yung yung love ko, tas yung moral ko, kumbaga na-handle ko na. Then
Yun na yun. I think there's a lot of people who went over here today para suportahan ng Aurora. And of course, lahat ng mga nanonood sa tahanan nila, Yue, ano masasabi mo sa kanilang lahat? Sino Edward? Ano yun, Edward?
kakatapos ko lang last week.
Sino naman?
Si Kite daw eh.
Kite, ikaw na pala. Ano masasabi mo sa lahat ng sumuporta sa inyo in this win streak?
Salamat sa mga pumunta dito. Salamat sa mga sumusuporta sa Aurora. Ingat kayo palagi. Tapos, matsalab din sa Infinix. Thank you, G.
Matsalab G, and that is another GG para sa Aurora Gaming! What a performance to make it 12 straight match wins in a row. Tila hindi sila tumagos and may bitaw ang Aurora as of this moment. And with that point, I'm sure na maraming pag-uusapan ng ating casters about this match.
Thank you so much, Hans. Yes, they said matzo love. If you guys are our international viewers out there, can we explain what matzo love?
It's just a combination of a lot Thank you and love.
Yeah.
Thank you for the love.
Yeah. If you're day
Salamat
ones,
and love.
If you're day ones,
you'd know.
If you're,
Only real G's know.
Only
there's
real
days,
G's cup.
there's day ones and day zeros, right?
Yeah.
All right.
We're both.
You guys are day zeros. I'm a day one, right? Technically.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Good job, Ka. All right, let's look at the MVP here. Domin Kite is our MVP for Game 3.
He is so.
He's the best,
He's
Harris.
so in the zone, especially with the Infinix. He outplayed the rest. He
My God.
even himself.
Dude, I think he's actually playing with the GT triggers, man.
Yes, sir.
He is.
Dude, earlier we saw him dance around 4 members, dodge the falling star moon,
Dodge the Hellcurt.
dance to the right side, dance the Hellcurt, bought immortality while doing so, and then he survived. And he was like, okay, I survived long enough, I should die. Let me sell my immortality.
I hope we see that on the replay because that's just way too much mechanics.
Dude, maybe I'm wrong, but that's the way I saw it. I was like, I knew for a fact he had immortality. He bought it in the middle of the fight. But again, the story of this game, it was just Aurora utilizing this system. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but the light system is better than the dark system.
Yeah.
Not referring to the dark system in the RGs, but I'm referring to the Hellcurt. The way they utilize these, macro plays to set up with these objectives just prevented X-Nova from actually playing the game.
I think he broke Aurora here, and Light himself actually broke a little bit of a curse going on with Wolf's thing.
What's that?
Oh, the podcast.
Oh,
Podcast.
yeah.
People who usually guest on the podcast 3 times in a row have actually lost.
Yeah, Twist, Liquid,
And on it,
and Onyx, they guessed it in Wolf's podcast.
So they
right
broke
after.
their own streak.
the light system is
Yeah.
real.
To be fair, it's not just that. It's not just the podcast curse that they broke.
What?
They also broke Hans's curse. Whenever Hans holds a drumstick, that team loses. By the way, this is the play.
He held the drumstick?
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, let's watch.
Yeah, look at the
Domin
Kite.
Kite.
Buys
Domin
Emo.
Kite.
Buys Emo.
All right, he
Buys
has
Emo.
He has
Buys Emo.
and it's gone.
He sold it.
No, yeah.
Oh,
God.
never mind.
It pops there, pops there.
Never mind. I'm wrong.
Did he pop it?
Yeah.
So it popped
he died
there.
to the Hellcurt.
Because he had Winter Crown earlier, I think, before that fight broke out.
Yeah.
Oh,
So he died to the Hellcurt. Actually, X-Nova was able to use the stinger onto the Harriet. So I thought he sold it before he died, but apparently he did die.
it really wasn't the game for X-Nova's Hellcurt. I can't shake my head out of that one.
Yeah. I mean,
It was starting to be a threat, man.
yeah.
It was starting. Like, it was getting there.
At 14 minutes.
Maybe if they had Petrify on the Hellcurt. Maybe if the setup was better from the side of AP Brent. Because, again, there were a lot of things that they could have fixed in the, I would say, early, even before the draft. You look at the emblems. Like, Shizu is rocking a support emblem here. Boobin seeds, tenacity and all. Like, yeah, sure, he gets more sustainability in the fight.
So I'm not sure what's up here. Again, definitely forcing the Fredrin.
I think it's, again, it's just the Lance Fred trade.
Yeah.
So if you're smart Omega, you take the Lance here.
You just go, you just take the lands, give them in the hands of Ryzen. He showed us that, Ryzen's capable of a lot, man, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think statistically, even jungler versus jungler, he's pretty high in the stats, right?
Even on the games he's losing, he's getting the retributions, man.
Yeah.
It's so uncanny.
Yeah, dude, this Arlet ban actually killed off Onyx Fred Arlet combo if they want to pull it off.
Ooh. Not the Lancelot.
Okay.
What?
Then King Kong just gets a free Lancelot game, and then you pair it up with a Farsa. You get a better first 2 picks for Onyx, because Omega could just answer with something like a Lapu, or maybe even Farsa if they don't steal it.
Kalea Farsa.
They still get it.
Is
So
this really is it worth the first pick right now for the 1-1? Because, we saw this last series, it lost, right?
No. Well, I mean, it depends to your goalie. If he's very confident, then yeah, maybe. And also, you don't want to give up the 1-1 to Keldra. So it's either you pick up the poison or you let them handle the poison for you. But it's smart to make it that's that is wanting to play the 1-1. So now you get the Lancelot here for Ryzen. If not, you might want to consider Fanny, and then maybe the Lapu Lapu.
I would like the...
They go Fred, Lapu.
This is interesting.
I thought they were forcing the Fred.
Yeah, Ryzen has been pivoting towards utility jungler for the past 2 weeks.
Couple weeks, yeah, I was gonna say 3 weeks.
Yeah, since they're matching in CNC, if I'm not mistaken.
And that's where they've been winning, though, man. Like they're
That
post
is
patch,
true.
they're
Or
3-2.
maybe, yeah, maybe
Right?
that's why. Like it's the patch, and also like Ryzen's adjustment towards that role.
He's just willing to play heroes like this. He's willing to play whatever it takes
Yeah.
for the team. I like that.
This is just a freelance a lot. Yeah, there you go. It's King Kong.
This
Kick
makes
on
sense,
Lance.
though. Yeah.
So
I think so. If you're Omega, because like we kind of know where Onyx is going with this, so it's like Omega. If they want to make this work, especially the 1-1. How do you finish out this draft? You've already got a great tanky utility jungler. You've got Lapu to deal with it in the XP lane. We already know Lapu does great damage, but soaks up a ton of damage too. Like, what do you want to put in your roam and then your mid here?
I mean, there's a lot. Even the the Grok is still okay, but I would say I'm more concerned about the bans. Honestly, just remove Harith and Bruno, you're okay. Remove Harith, Bruno. Onyx doesn't have any space to get the Grok for themselves, so it is likely to fall in the hands of Super Yoshi. And for Onyx Philippines, this red 4 needs to be perfect. But they ban a Granger, respect to Keldra. But again, your main concern is the 1-1 main counters or main answers in the gold lane are still open.
What would be the perfect red 4 pick for you here?
I would say Uranus.
Wow.
Red 4?
Yeah. Anybody that can soak up the 1-1 and the Fredrin. Mobius, interesting. What is this?
Are they forcing a Uranus pick? So we have alternatives here as well.
And then what? What do you counter with? You get to pick like Mage and Roam though. There's a good chance that they just stake gold lane here for
Yeah.
Keldra, like Harith, Bruno,
I actually like blue here as well.
Lunox even, Bane. Matter of fact,
yeah.
if they want to go last pick gold lane, just take Kirk's hero. Honestly, CC. Oh no,
CC's banned. That's why I said blue.
Uranus, yeah, Uranus, Glue, Alice even, honestly.
People have been really sleeping on the Bane this today anyway. All right, that's
Yeah,
going to be the
that
Sounds
Alice.
like the Alice.
Alice
There
is
you
coming up more, man.
Yeah.
go.
That's the
Almost every game.
that's the 4th time. Yeah, actually,
oh,
every single game. Every single
Holy
game
crap.
just popped up.
All right.
Yep.
Today. She went from not being picked
To
to
VXP
every
pick.
series.
100% contention rate.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if you're smart Omega, you need a burst here. You need somebody that can either burst or control frontline. Problem is, there's a bunch of mobile heroes on the side of Onyx, so I don't think you want to go Eve, Sicilian. You want to go heroes like Kagura.
You can't Angela here anymore.
I would say even Valentina is okay,
Yeah.
because you do get to have that feathered airstrike. You're mobile enough to deal with the Lancelot. And then maybe get the Cho for Super Yoshi? Or Hylos.
Basically bombing mages here.
Yeah.
Yeah, see what they do. That's going to be the
Kagura.
Gattacacha.
Not a big fan of this Gata.
I feel like this Gato is gonna have a hard time catching anyone in this lineup. Honestly.
I feel like it'll be hard catching, but it could soak up, let's say, a Tsunami Slam.
Yeah.
You could potentially AOG jump into the back line. There's an Obsidia. You were asking for this earlier at
Thank you.
midnight.
Thank you.
The
So,
counter.
The Gattacacha will serve its purpose to allow the Fred and the Lapu to move. And
Yeah.
then they just hope that there's some damage burst from the Kagura or the
Yeah.
1-1.
Yeah, it's gonna. I would say it's gonna layer the the team fight here for Smart Omega. But this last pick from Onyx Philippines changes everything. The funnel from your side, namely Netski, is gonna be heavily shut down by this 1-1 and team fights. And also, that's a lane that is skill based. But ideally, you don't lose the lane of Subsidia because the 1-1 is never gonna be able to fully stack on you because of the Phantom Shadow meld.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to see the Obsidia work, man. Maybe in the hands of Kelra,
Maybe.
we'll get to see it really shine because I feel like teams have not been able to fully unlock the power of the Obsidia yet. Some have found some minor success, but to really pop off, it's going to be something different in comparison even to a 1-1. So let us know what you guys think for game one of this best of three. Will it be Onyx that gets the win in the first game or across from them, Smart Omega? Again, we saw this the conditions for Smart Omega to get to the playoffs. They got to win either this against Onyx or Aurora to make it there. So we'll see if they can get the start they need in game one.
Dude, it's so fun seeing mages try to hide themselves in the middle lane. Just put yourself in front of middle lane, because either way, you're going to be seen by the tank.
Yeah.
So they're going to get the golden XP. And now because of that, Haji can't even clear against the Kalea and the Farsa. Now Onyx gets superior, river rotations. But King Kong moving towards mid lane too. This is surprising. Usually he goes for the greedy route, but he wants to invade.
Yeah, he's going to go actually this early on too. I guess confident enough that you've got a Kalea
Yeah.
to go ahead and tank some up, but also heal you up.
Dude, this is disgusting. He had to, actually no, he didn't even retreat, but Kirk was attempting to steal the Kramer on the bot side. Oh,
Whoa.
Oh, could have been really bad here. Super Prince does not have the feather airstrike yet, so there's no major changes. The most interesting part here maybe is this going to be the Skull Lane,
yeah.
where I wonder when Kelra's going to go ham, go Kelra mode. You know how Filipino Savage things just
Yeah.
happen?
I mean, he's already winning the lane. You know, he's already like putting pressure. Like Netsky even burned the battle spell earlier on.
Is that to be expected, though?
I guess
Yeah.
for the Subsidia, yeah,
Yeah.
in the matchup.
Yeah.
Now look
That
at
is-
that bone.
That's a
short.
winning matchup for Kelra. He even missed one minion just to put pressure onto the 1-1.
Just so that he can deny a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, you effectively become a problem level 4, and the 1-1 can't even deal with that because he can't double lane.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to be stuck there a lot. There's a knockup from Brusco. Again, no Tsunami Slam quite yet. So we're all waiting for that, but they are getting pumped up. They're getting warmed up for Turtle number 1 here.
Yeah, Haji's in position though. So is James. We'll see how Onyx responds to this. They're gonna go ahead and grab the buff that they need. Ryzen will be fine. They're gonna have to face this one off. Super Yoshi gets his level 4 too. I'm not sure if they actually are gonna have time for Ryzen to get his purple, but they're just gonna go for this turtle. Onyx will pressure them. Let's see. Oh,
Wow, that's really strong pressure. Going in, Brusco hard on the rise and can't even go near before the contest. James with a raised spider. Keller is low, but will have enough micro to walk on out of there. And there goes that scraping ability here of the Obsidia. First blood goes over to Super Prince, though.
Yeah, Onyx Philippines had good turtle setup. Ryzen was delayed heavily because of the early game invasion, and Brusco just providing enough control on the front line. Good AOG coming out from Super Yoshi, though blocked the Hunt of Bone coming out from Kelra. He had to flicker out, where overall Onyx was the winner of that fight. He was able to get the turtle on King
Whoa.
Kong. Wow.
Oh, speaking of
James?
man, Bravest Fighter 2v1. He is doing some pretty good micro, but not going to be enough to play around in Alice and the Farsa.
Super Prince. I like to call that the athletic flicker.
Yeah.
Survives with barely any mana too. So, but it's another Cursed Helmet build on Kirk.
Yeah.
With Alice.
Is that just the default right now?
I mean,
Is it for the hybrid?
this time around, there's 3 melee heroes on the side of Smart Omega.
This is the greedy build.
Yeah, that's a greedy,
Yes.
greedy build.
Because it will basically reduce your magic defense.
Yeah.
Per stack. So it's
Yes.
going to keep stacking.
Yeah, and
This is when you want to burst down your opponent quickly.
and he doesn't have to worry about heroes like Harith. What was the mage again?
Oh, the previous
Previous
series?
game?
Was it
Eve?
Eve? Yeah.
Eve.
It was
yeah.
Eve. It was
Yeah,
Eve.
he doesn't have to worry about those stuff, because if you look at the damage profile coming out from Smart Omega, it's all like intentional. Like for the Kagura, he has to burst the Alice. For the 1-1, he has to land the crossbow tanks. But that's never gonna happen against the Alice.
In fairness, this was highlighted to us by the dev talk we had with the casters, remember? When they were saying Alice's build is just so adaptive. You have to be very adaptive. You have to choose when you go greedy like this and when you want to go full tank.
He is an alpha. No, not alpha. He's a Uranus and Esmeralda in one hero.
Oh, Alice?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's pretty, I like the flexibility that she brings. Kirk's gonna go ahead and zone out Ryzen, or try to.
Zone?
Oh,
Yoshi as well.
Oh
wow,
my
what
goodness.
a big bombing area there. King Kong with a turtle. And they're just not leaving anything for Omega right now.
that seems to work so good, man. We've seen it so many times now. Just today alone, that flicker from the Alice with that Throne of Ruin. And again, maybe that's where the Cursed Helm plays into part 2. You know you're going to be in the vicinity of everybody else. You might as well do a little damage, but bring the hybrid defense down. And it capitalizes really
Oh my
well with
God.
a feathered airstrike.
Oh, he was just planning to steal the gold crab. Again, Onyx Philippines, superior turtle control, and the turns as well, very quick coming up from Kirk. They're very decisive whether they want to take the turtle or go for these team fights. And I just like the name Throne of Ruin.
Throne of Ruin.
It's really, you can really see it. inside the game ruined the chances of Smart Omega in terms of contesting that turtle fight.
Yeah, such a big AoE and so useful in a team fight, especially when your enemy is grouped up together so closely like they were earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, so working at this point, you're you're down almost 4,000 gold if you're Smart Omega. And we've seen this with the 1-1 before, man. You're playing into a 1-1. That's basically what it is when you have a 1-1 on your team. But I think even in this case, they're going to have to rely on some a better team fighting when it comes to the objectives, man. Because how do you play against the Alice in this case? That's setting things up, which also, by the way, alleviates some of the pressure from Brusco. That's why Brusco, for the most part, his Tsunami Slams, he's been able to utilize it. And mind you, there isn't Purifies over here from Smart Omega.
Ouch! Decent hits here from Super Friends with this airstrike. The tower is actually the last target. The only burst here for Omega feels like it's Haji, but even that's not gonna be enough for the Alice. Maybe that's why Kirk is playing so aggressively here.
Yeah, that's why I don't like the the gotcha answer from Smart Omega. It doesn't solve the problems that Onyx brings to the table. Yeah, you can stop the Feather Death Strike, but there's a bunch of robots out there that can actually do the same thing. But right now, you don't have anything against the Alice. Brusco just jumps in.
Yeah, looks like a super solid play here, initiated by Kirk once more. But
look at Kirk
more
just
damage coming from Omega, but it's just all around the map. Super Yoshi being left for dead, essentially, by Omega.
Man, look at Kirk. All he has to do is walk in circles.
Yeah.
And no one can go past him.
Walking ulti, that's all.
Yeah, that's the Alice 1-1 matchup. You don't really care about getting stacked at all.
Ouch.
Ouchie.
Damn, Kelra is starting to get enabled here. Longest Obsidian, tower not even gonna last for long. Ryzen in front, no minions to clear though. No way for them to clear the minions if Haji's not there. Oh, what the heck happened?
Solo kill.
Solo kill out of nowhere.
Yeah, honestly, I think after this game, a lot of teams would recognize that first pick 1-1 might not be a thing.
Might not be the player.
Yeah, because there's a bunch of answers like the normal normal Farsa, and then now you have the Alice too.
Yeah.
Like he just walks up. You can't even try to fully complete the stack because you're gonna be under the the AOE of the passive, and then there's also the Obsidia that could just be last pick.
He's scaling so hard, man. This guy is snowballing out of control.
Is this the most like hurt that we've seen from an Obsidia? I feel like
Best Obsidia so far.
Yeah, best Obsidia so far at least. But then again, you got to go ahead and credit to the fact that just Onyx is allowing Kelra to get there. So it doesn't matter really what hero he was playing. He'd essentially be at this point anyway because Smart Omega has not been able to find an answer to. Really, the first problem is getting past Kirk, man, on the Alice.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're trying to even get the crossbow Tang off, even if you did, most likely Kirk would just tank up most of that damage.
Yeah, that's the first problem. The second problem is how do you reach Obsidia?
Yep. You can't. No way.
Yeah, I don't think you actually can.
Yeah, it's a lot worse for Smart Omega.
Well, they're trying really hard, though. They're trying their very best to reach him, but it's going to be a fight in the jungle instead. This Brusco pretty low. It's an AOG from Super Yoshi, but it's only going to be played defensively. They're going to be forced to back off. At least only Ryzen falls. It's a best-case scenario, I guess, for Omega.
Oh, are they going to push in?
King Kong inside there. Look at that. Just flexing on Omega right now. Here comes the drop from Super Yoshi with a big cloud, but there's just no follow-up.
Oh, Kirk.
Again, Left 4 Dead, Kirk zoning out every single member of Omega. Can't respond to the Gatot.
Oh, they're going to conceal. They're going to put pressure.
Good conceal. James is the bravest fighter. Doesn't really commit quite yet. I guess it's safer to wait for Super Yoshi at this point.
He just wanted to land the stun on Super Prince to prevent the Feather Nerve Strike so that they can defend. But again, Onyx Philippines, they just have the right toolkit to completely dismantle Smart Omega this draft.
Look at this wall, by the way. Like, it's just Kirk and Brusco.
Yeah.
How do you even?
It's just a draft. This is just such a big advantage for Onyx Philippines. None of them can actually touch the Alice. And mind you, they have the Lapu, but Onyx Philippines understood after a mid lane rotation, they put pressure onto the Lapu, so he couldn't even maximize his 1v1 advantage against Kirk. And after that, the first thing that he was able to contest, most especially for James, was the first turtle. But by that point, Kirk already had level 4. And that's why Onyx was allowed to heavily snowball this way.
Man, it's crazy too. Just seeing what Kelra has here. He's got the Corrosive DHS, Golden Staff. working on the next, you know, and that's the thing. It's just it's not easy to catch him, and if you do, he's still got the flicker available.
It might just be the wind of nature left for me, left for him to build, and he's all good to go.
Man, so this Obsidia seems to be playing the part, but more so just the amount of firepower. There's a Tsunami Slam.
Okay, pressing play here. Gonna be able to AOG out. Ryzen, though, not tanky enough to take it. There's gonna be another big minion wave they're gonna need to deal with. Omega looking for a possible pick. Haji just not finding it quite yet. Bravest Fighter is gonna be available for James, but I don't know if they can use it offensively. They're just gonna have to clear.
Yeah, top turret falls. They hold on to the bottom turret for now. No wave pushing there. So Omega will lose 2 base turrets, hold on to 1. I don't know if Onyx wants to go for more. They're 11,000 gold ahead. Brusco's got the Tsunami Slam and the Flicker. So if they wanted to make an attempt, they could here. This is a massive lead.
They're just waiting for go time. They're waiting for someone to make a bad move. King Kong, though, thinks he wants to make it happen. Tsunami Slam to Super Yoshi with the flicker out by Brusco. Was that trap? And here comes Kelra with the hunt. Not going to be able to get anyone locked in. And it's pretty decent defense by Omega this time around.
I mean, at this point, Onyx just playing with their food. They just want to take down the bot side tower. Even with a feathered airstrike from Super Friends wasn't enough because James had to use the flicker, but now they don't have that anymore for the side of Smart Omega.
Okay, big clown engage here. Super Yoshi has been proven to not take it. Wow, oh my goodness. King Kong is starting to hit like a truck too. Playing out Haji, one combo could have taken him out, but he's gonna be able to dash on out of there. Brusco with good backup from the backside. It's gonna be a reset.
I'm actually surprised that Smart Omega held on to that base turret still too, keeping Onyx at bay, 11,000 gold behind. So Onyx might have just been trying to push the limits there, but ultimately they don't accomplish what they wanted to. Yeah. So they're gonna have to wait for this Lord to come up in about 15, but I think even then, Omega might just go for one last ditch effort for this game because it's just so scaled in favor of Onyx right now.
Yeah. Also, you have to think about how they want to position themselves in the fight. If Kelra finds the 1-1, that's about it, because he could just destroy Netsky in under 2 seconds. That's the amount of damage. That's the capacity of what the Obsidian can do in a team fight. Look at Super Yoshi. Gets melted down to half HP.
Oh, and I don't know, Super Yoshi not really going to be lasting long here, even with the Revitalize. There's the prone activated by Kirk. Bone already used as well. Haji falls. James is following second. Kelra, though, will be shut down by Ryzen. Chasing it on. Energy Eruption to slow down King Kong and Kirk, but they're still chasing dodge onto the Phantom execute. But it's Netsky all alone against 4 remaining members of Onyx with a 10k gold lead.
Yeah, that should be it.
That should be it. They're going to try and delay him out, but that's going to be it.
Nice delay from Netsky, but it's not going to be enough. A massive advantage for Onyx will push them into game number 1 victory.
And Onyx, a dominant game 1. We'll get it done here. First step towards winning the series against Smart Omega.
Was that Obsidian's first victory? No, it wasn't, right?
It was second.
All right, second victory. There you go.
Honestly, Onyx had a superior draft in game number 1. By the way, we know who the guy is.
Who is it?
Mr. Edward, not Agent Zero.
Mr. Edward.
Not Rora. Sonic Edward.
Mr. Edward right there. Wow.
Who is he for our international viewers?
He's a well-known celebrity here in Philippines.
Oh, does he just like Onyx?
Probably.
Apparently so.
Guy's a super fan.
I don't really know anybody here.
Well, you know us. You know us.
I know you guys. By the way, guys, you can check out our Smart Superfan reaction cam. They are the epic reactions from our superfans here at the MPL Arena.
Yes, sir.
And Edward, Mr. Onyx Edward.
Yes, sir.
Is part of that.
Feels like just another day at the office here for Onyx. With the way they won that victory, it was so decisive. Like you mentioned, like they knew what they wanted the moment they stepped into the playoff.
This guy knows what he wanted.
Yes,
Super Prince. MVP, man. On the far side, I think, again, this worked so well. It was picked up early, 4-0 and 6. Worked really well with the Tsunami Slams from Brusco. Right on point with the feathered airstrike, but then even to an extent, man, I think the Alice played a big part in this, making it work great.
I mean, we did see that from AP Brent last series, the combo between Alice and also the Farsa, just being able to provide insane frontline defense and pressure allows Super Prince to play how he wants to play, and he did play how he wanted to play with the rapid boots and also the Predator Strike with the flicker in and out, able to get out of the Lapu Lapu's range. Especially in this case, we saw him dodge the stun, the land shaker coming out from James, and this is just again Onyx Philippines playing how they wanted to play this game, especially having a better draft against Smart Omega.
Yeah.
And I like how they closed out game number 1. They had a good draft, they had good execution.
Wow.
They played like Onyx. Super, the super lead was there.
Yep.
1k gold lead per minute, and then they tried ending the game. Apparently they couldn't because the Obsidian is not that reliable in terms of like base pushes. But even then, outside of that Lord push, they were able to abuse the fact that they are stronger in these range battles. Even though Ryzen was able to, bunk the Obsidia when Kelor dashed into the Appraiser's Wrath, it didn't matter because the Lancelot and the Farsa at that point was just too damn big for Smart Omega to deal with.
Yeah, you saw how much fun Kirk was having while all that was happening on the
Look at
camera.
this.
We found a new main for him. But again, Ryzen, nice try here maybe.
Yeah.
He's doing his very best with what the tools he's given at this point.
Yeah.
They just lost so hard on the draft, man.
Yeah, this is too much of a deficit, man.
Yeah, I just gotta say, there's this weird feeling whenever you see Kelor actually dash in or blink in into a Appraiser's Wrath. We've seen that twice now.
We've seen it twice this season.
Yeah, one against Demon Knight, now one against Ryzen, completely one-shotted by the Fredrid. But again, it didn't matter at the end of the day because Onyx PH was just holding on to a big, fat lead. And majority of that was on King Kong, and the Lancelot was able to just maneuver around these team fights. The nukes as well from the Super Prince.
Yep.
I call him the Super Prince. The monster in the middle lane, the Monster Mage.
Monster Mage.
That's everything you gotta know in this game. Onyx Philippines played the right approach to how they want to start the game. The things that we talked about earlier, Kirk having the protection from Brusco and Super Prince, preventing the Lapu from creating that disparity against the Alice.
Yep.
And Kirk was able to be useful in the mid game. He was blocking off a lot of these heroes on the side of Smart Omega. And again, I think that's the utility jungler curse. You cannot play into Alice.
I think we found another really reliable XP laner for Kirk. I mean, it was always just the Edith. It was always just Arlott, CC.
That's
Now
about
I
it.
feel like the Alice feels like it's a perfect fit for him.
Yeah, that's about it. If you ask anybody
Yeah.
from the community, that's it. Those 3 heroes are the Kirk heroes, the Kirk and the heroes. And now they gotta worry about one more.
Alice. To be honest, I think a lot of teams are going to be using the Alice now. Like, it just seems to be such a good soak of damage, but it's a threat in itself because how many times now have we seen that Throne of Ruin really catch multiple members, and then that just seems to also make a lot of people fall apart. Like, especially when you have these kind of bursty mages like the Farsa, and even to an extent the Lancelot there. Like, the Throne of Ruin is such a threat, I feel like. So we'll see more and more of Alice, especially in the playoffs. But nonetheless, I think for Smart Omega, it was like, I think you were right, man. I think a lot of teams are going to be like, man, I don't know if we should really first pick prior pick Wan.
It feels like a few metas ago,
Yeah.
right? You can't keep doing that anymore.
It's funny because like I think the only viable way for you to actually do that is if you ban Harriet's first pick.
Yeah.
Like if you're on blue side, and then maybe hope that the enemy doesn't go for Obsidia, Bruno, Granger. You also have to ban Granger second phase, by the way.
That's too much, I think.
Yeah, and I think that's what sealed the deal here for Smart Omega. They just picked the classics, the Farsa into the Kalea with the Lancelot, Red 3, which was weird, by the way, because Omega could have picked the Lancelot for Ryzen, but they chose to go for the Fredrin Dot, which I kind of understand because they want to protect the the 1-1 from all the sort of these like damage nukes. But even then, you just have a bypass, a huge bypass coming out from Onyx, which is a Predator Strike.
It was weird too because in a sense, what we've seen now a couple times, even from the last series, is like, even if it's a utility jungler, let's say the Fredrin, and there's an Alice across from you, the Alice doesn't care.
Yeah.
Like, the Alice can just jump in, soak up the damage, apply what they need to, block off the other team, and then Throne of Ruin. So Fredrin even sense of, would kind of struggle with that because then the team is going to collapse on him anyway. So it's just one of those things where I think even as our BPI rich guy King Kong there, like, he had the Lancelot in his hand, I would almost just kind of assume or guess that we see probably the Lancelot or the YSS in the hands of Ryzen this time. I don't expect him to play utility again here. So we'll see what changes are made, but also we want you guys to join us again in celebrating, of course, Onyx victory in M6. Don't forget that you can still grab the skins there. The Joy Onyx PH pass will be available on September. It was on September 20th. Up until now, the starter pass will include the M6 Championship skin, Joy Onyx PH, and more exclusive in-game items. Join Joy Onyx PH on your very own road to champion. And once you buy it too, don't forget, you guys can actually gift it as well. I've gifted a couple out there.
Wow, so generous.
Yes,
Is that a
that's
flex?
right.
Is that a flex, sir?
No, I just want to say, you know, I care about the people that like to support.
What about me?
Yeah,
But
what
you
about
don't-
us?
I mean, you guys have stuff already.
Still. It would have been
Leave-
nice if you had like the FMVP skin,
I play Joy. I
That's
play
true.
Beatrix.
right? The Beatrix Skyforce Maverick might be giftable. Is it? I
It
don't know.
is. They're both.
See?
Yeah.
All right.
Available from September 20 onwards for 30% off. I think that's already gone.
That's already
But it's M6 Finals MVP Kelra's personal touches on it with with his name, the son's name Slake, credited on the outfit. So get ready to fight alongside the Beatrix Skyforce Maverick and claim your own MVP. Hopefully with additional buff from Naisu.
You're welcome. I'll
What-
try my
what-
best.
What buff?
You know,
I
but
will
if he
try.
gives it to you,
Sniper buff?
I mean that's
The
another
savage
one.
buff?
I think that's Jira right there.
That's what?
Jira's got the sniper buff. You got like if you gift it to us, it'll be buffed even
I see.
more.
It'll be a different buff.
Plus 10% range.
What? What?
All right, now
No,
we're
wait,
just
that's...
Oh, sorry.
we're just throwing things out there now.
Are you a dev? Answer me now.
He said he
It's,
has connection to
Oh,
the dev.
yeah, I
We're-
forgot. Sorry,
we're a
my
little
bad.
connected, you know.
No, you know what? At this point, since you're OG, I have a lot of questions in my mind, Rockhard. Like,
All right.
Yeah.
we had that Leo mode phase.
Yep.
You had that dev connection phase. I'm starting to wonder, are you actually a dev?
I decline to answer.
Yeah.
Pretty
For
sure.
those that
Exercise
don't
your
know,
Fifth Amendment.
Yes.
Rockhart's been a part of this since he's a day zero, basically, since the inception.
Day ones.
Day ones. What's up, day ones?
Yeah, since the inception.
Real G's.
Oh, by the way, I had to ask earlier, you know, who
that-
our lucky guest is, or like
Yeah.
our fan out there. I think we're actually going to get to go ahead and hear
Oh.
from them.
Okay, wow.
Wow. All right.
But sometimes I would, like, I don't know. I'm not sure if he's going to speak English or not, but I always have to think about our English international audience out there. You know, I hope.
Are you assuming because of what he looks like?
I'm not assuming, you
Okay.
know? Well, you shouldn't assume either, but let's go ahead and throw it over to an all access with Edward Barber and Hans.
Maraming salamat sa ating mga casters. I am right here at the MPL Arena kung saan kasama ko ang isa sa ating mga special guests together with the Sonics! There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, this right here, Edward Barber. Hello. Hello. Uy. Parang may kamusta?
Oh, kamukha ko lang yan actually.
Kamukha mo lang. Ayan, kasama natin. Walang iba kundi si Edward Barber. Edward,
Hello.
alam mo, dumadami na ang mga gwapo na Edward sa MPL eh. Parang, at this point, first time mo ba manood? First time mo?
Second time ko pumunta dito at manood.
Okay.
So, shout out sa mga tumulong sa akin to get here today. Yan.
Parang nakikita ko naman, ano bang bias mo at this point? Anong bias nyo, boys? Anong bias nyo?
Oli!
Bias ang Onyx. Who are the Sonics here? Nasaan ang Sonics? Madami-dami.
Oh.
Kasi parang ang dami nyong nandito today. Kamusta ang experience
Actually,
watching?
sila na lang kaya ang sumagot na. I think they can be the one.
First time. Ano ba ang true name mo? Anong legit name mo?
Prince.
Super Prince!
Yeah, let's go!
Okay, Super Prince, kamusta ang panonood sa MPL Arena for the first time?
Masaya. Malalakas talaga yung Onyx. Let's go, Onyx!
Oo nga. Parang ano yun ha. Pero hindi. Ikaw naman, Edward, sino ba dito ang talagang sinusuportahan mo? Meron ka bang bias out of the 5?
Yung bias daw. Bias mo.
Bias.
Bias. Para sa akin, si Brusco!
Si Brusco.
Okay. Romer.
Romer, okay, ikaw.
Kelra.
Kelra talaga.
Ako, Kelra and the whole fam na, of course. Siyempre po.
Okay, ito wala nang call a friend to ha.
Okay,
Ano ka na
okay.
ba katagal naglalaro ng MLBB?
Shucks. Parang mga 7 years na. Actually, nung time na nanalo yung Bren sa first or second? Aether main times.
Ay,
Doon
oo.
pa lang ako
Yun,
naglalaro.
first talaga
Oo.
yun. I think,
Loyal.
aprobado.
Huwag kayo lumipat sa ibang...
Oo. Relax, Edward. Edward, ito isa pa.
Sorry.
I think gusto ko ring malaman yung ilan sa mga thoughts mo about what's going on. Kasi matagal ka nang nanonood, di ba? Ano ba yung difference ng laruan ngayon compared sa laruan dati?
Wow, parang tanong yun para kay Coach Renat.
Oo nga eh. Tanong, sige. Hindi, kasi sabi mo season 1
Ano,
na pa eh.
ito, mas gusto ko yung tuwing patch, may nagbabago. I like that about the gameplay. Pero ako bilang roamer ako,
Okay.
gusto ko sana na ibalik na yung hard tank. Yung hard tank, yung setters talaga. You know, yung panahon pa ni Honda Beast, doon ako nanonood.
Ay, oo nga.
yun.
Sure, nanonood yun si Honda Beast. Anong roamer bias mo? Anong main mo?
Kufra. Kufra talaga. Kufra main.
So, pwedeng malachak na ako gumalaw.
Ano yan? Ano?
Pwedeng malachak na ako gumalaw.
Yes.
May ganun kang... Ilang stars to be specific?
Yung pinakamataas ko nung binabuhat pa ako, mga Mythical Glory, 1,600 points. Ngayon, 111 stars na yung
111 stars. May bumubuhat pa sa'yo dyan? May bumubuhat sa'yo? Okay.
Ay, ito. Gold lane to eh. Gold
sige,
laner.
gusto ko malaman. Ilan ang stars mo, men? Ilan ang stars mo?
89 lang.
89? Bakit mas mataas yung binubuhat? Ano nga? Ano ba?
Ano lang, mas naglalaro lang ako sa kanya kaysa ngayon.
Pero parang considering the knowledge na meron ka, Edward, I think you're very, aware of everything going on. So, you have a lot of people watching you online and syempre all over social media. Anong message mo sa lahat na sumusuporta sa MPL?
I have to say, playoffs parating na starting next week.
Oh,
tama
yeah.
ba? Or
Just 2
very
weeks from
very
now,
soon.
yeah.
Very very soon magsisimula na ang playoffs. Buy your tickets. I think some days are sold out, pero buy your tickets if they're not. Punta kayo dito at basta nandito kayo sa side ng Onyx PH, happy na ako. Yan lang masasabi.
May ganun pala yun.
Yan lang.
So happy kang nandito lahat ng Sonics. Masaya ba lahat ng Sonics?
Yeah!
I love it. Edward, boys, maraming salamat for being here. I hope you enjoyed the show. Casters, balik sa inyo.
Thank you, guys. I'll just have to say, Edward Barber, I think he speaks better than Tagalog than me.
Galingan.
Galingan, mag-Tagalog.
All right, clip this. Moonton, we need a Naisu versus Edward Tagalog face-off.
No.
Clip this.
Hey.
Snipe, Zekil, whoever it is.
Tag him.
Hey,
Tag him.
If he's at the playoffs,
He will
I'll
be.
have the face-off.
He will be. We will be sending tickets.
If he's at the playoffs, I'll Tagalog challenge him.
We would love to guest him alongside Naisu.
Clip it.
100%.
Clip it.
I just learned today who he was, so it's great to have Edward Barber here and the rest of the Sonics out there, of course.
I was surprised how high his rank was.
Yeah, dude.
Hey. He said, what, 111 stars?
1,100, yeah. 1,100.
No, he said 11,000
points.
He said points before,
Then
before it
it's
changed
like
to stars.
100-something stars.
Because before it used to be points, right?
Yeah, it used to be a point thing.
So 111
My bad.
stars.
My bad. I don't know English.
Sorry, I've only had 110 stars.
You're 10 short.
I'm one short. I had 110.
Oh, you're one short. Okay.
No, sorry. I had a 101. So I'm
you're
10
way
short,
off.
man.
Yeah,
Don't
I'm 10
worry.
short.
Don't worry. He's like 4 inch short.
Okay. Well, I'm not measuring here at midnight, all right?
No one's measuring.
Let's go ahead and measure what map we're going to
I'm
end up.
just saying. I'm just saying.
Hey. Don't bring out the...
Bro.
All
No,
right.
I'm referring to height, brother.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm referring
Whoever
to...
thought it was something else.
Hey,
I thought it was like
L in the chat.
I'm referring to expanding rivers.
All right. Now you cannot fall short
See?
in this
Yeah,
map.
you can't because it's expanded.
Exactly.
It's bigger.
Bigger is
It's
always
wider.
better.
It's bigger.
Always
All
remember.
right? All right, let's
Bigger
jump into
is
the draft.
always better.
That's true. Let's go into the draft. And we still got Smart Omega over here on the blue side. Onyx going to be on the red.
Okay, so YSS is not going to be pickable in this game, apparently. I don't mind it. Honestly, but I've seen faster games from Onyx. I feel like they just need to just redo the draft earlier and they'll be golden.
Yeah.
Okay, I just risen from the dead.
Welcome back, Midnight.
Welcome back.
I just respawned. All right. Kalea for Smart Omega. Not a fan of this. 1-1 might be. There you go. Why?
So what do you say if Keller is the one who first picks the 1-1?
I was like, if you don't first pick 1-1, you go Forza first pick, man. Because if they go Kalea 1-1, at least you got Gatot and then Lancelot. Now with Kalea first pick, you set up yourself to a 1-1 Forza. Now the remaining counter would be the Kagura from Haji. Maybe the Valentina, if they want to pull it off. But the problem is, now you're stuck with this.
So in this matchup, it feels like the Kalea screwed, isn't she?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. So now, the way to fix this is you go Lancelot, you don't go utility, you go Lancelot, thank you. And then Arlet. Yeah, Arlet's banned, never mind.
At least they get the Lancelot.
Yeah. I do like the Harith. It's a good lane answer versus the the 1-1. It also is good in team fight. Like you're a much scarier team fighting gold laner than the 1-1. I would have preferred the Obsidia, honestly, because I just like seeing Obsidia. And also, like, it's very hard to hit Obsidia with a Feather Strike because of the Phantom Shadow Meld.
Yeah.
And you're also an easy target, so the Hunter Phone.
Plus, not to mention the the Lancelot and the Harif will have a better time because there's no Kalea to stop it.
Oh my god, Brusco Grok.
Brusco Grok.
That is such a terrifying hero to see.
He's so aggressive with it too, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of crazy to watch Brusco play the Grok, but this, I feel like also it gives you pretty good space for the 1-1 to work in the hands of Kaura, but
lots of space.
Yeah. I do like this Valentina ban too. Like they have a Farsa, they have a Grok. That's something that you actually need to ban. If they didn't ban it, I would have been mad. Because that's an insta-lose. You give Valentina Tectonic Charge, Feather Strike. He's going to be a massive nuisance in the game. So now that's out of the field here for both sides. Phovius removed by Smart Omega just to limit the red 4 answers coming out from Onyx Philippines. But I do think there's still a lot of choices left here for Kirk. Surprisingly, they're the ones that removed the Alice. Maybe because of the fact that Esmeralda Red 4 is coming up.
Esmeralda Red 4?
Oh, it's like 100% at this point.
The Alice, yeah.
Yeah, that's actually funny that it's banned now. Like we might see teams just opt for doing that now. Either picking it up, banning it out.
Oh wait, they're gonna go Lapu, but honestly, just taking forward Esme is the better choice because if they go Lapu Red 4, Smart Omega just picks up Esme.
Yeah.
So for Smart Omega, the smart choice here would be to remove junglers. There you go, King Kong getting removed. Because he is King Kong, he doesn't matter about matchups.
He's like the only one that plays Joy now, I feel like.
He doesn't care about Harriet, Kalea, Fredrin. He doesn't give any sense to those picks. So now King Kong could just go for something like a Hayabusa.
Why is he smiling? He sounds
I feel like he's asking Coach. He's giving him the look too. Look
Give me Hanzo.
Look at the look.
Give me Hanzo. Please don't Fred. Please don't Fred. Please don't Fred.
Okay.
Why?
That's why.
King, why?
King Kong's like, oh, I heard you guys don't like this Fredrin pick.
Why would you do this to me?
I think he knew.
He knew.
You guys don't want me to play it? You sure?
Okay, I'll play it. And funny thing is, if Smart Omega goes Esmeralda here, and then closes it out with an Eve, I think they're fine.
You know, this is why I was saying earlier. It was good that the Alice isn't here. They're the ones that banned it. They pick up the Fred because the Fred just seemed to really struggle against opposing an Alice. And over here to finish this out, Smart Omega will take the Kagura. I know your gears are grinding here, Midnight. You don't like the Kagura pick.
You don't like it? No. How bad is it?
Okay, at least this blue pick is okay. The Kag doesn't stop the Fredrin and the Grok. Eve could have. He does have the access towards the the threat against the 1-1, but now because of this thing, it was coming out.
This Esmeralda, this thing.
He was expecting it Red 4.
Kag has shields, and you wanted bypass. Now you're not even gonna get it. Because Esmeralda is gonna be in your face 24/7.
Yeah,
with the Fredrin.
This Harris is not gonna have fun too.
Yeah, there's two 24/7 heroes on Onyx.
Two 24/7.
Yeah, that's 48 and 14.
That's open 48 hours a day, man.
Yeah,
wow.
Because of the Fred
A day.
and the Esme. How do you kill these two heroes with a Lancelot against a Grok?
I think even the counter index kind of agrees with you there, Midnight. It's just way too high.
That's interesting too, man. I do like those first 3 picks from Smart Omega. I like them a lot, but I feel like, big questions on especially the Kagura, if that's really going to help this or not. So you guys can let us know. We're about to jump into game 2 here. Onyx looking to sweep the series against Smart Omega, and again, We know what is at stake here for Smart Omega. They need to win against Onyx or Aurora. So if they end up losing here while we wait to go ahead and jump into the game, they have to go against the number one.
Yeah.
This is their
number one
first
seed.
try, right? First try.
They need the remaining 3 teams to lose their games.
Kind of an, a big task, and you don't want to have a stressful weekend, hopefully. So it would have been great if they did start it right here, but judging from the draft and Midnight's reactions, it's not what we're thinking here.
Dude, anytime you point a camera on King Kong, he's gonna do something.
Yeah. He's a performative Sigma jungler.
Whoa.
Oh, what's this?
Meta Pro Spotlight. This is from, what do we have here? From King Kong. Yeah, Superfan question. Where?
What map?
What map?
Okay, let me do this for
Yeah,
you.
you do this.
What map are you finding it hard to play in?
Oh, he said Broken Walls.
Yeah.
He said it's easy for Flying Cloud. Gosh, I'm good.
There you go. There you go. Let's go. Face off. Come on.
Special Filipino, baby. I'm ready.
Edward, we're coming for you. Edward.
All flashy heroes, Lahat may dash.
Yes, sir.
His dream.
Lahat my dash.
I am stronger than almost every jungler out there.
Wait, so...
Except except Carl Kyrie.
Yeah, so he gives it the straight face.
Yeah, that's your reaction. Like, Poker Face would be maybe same level.
Yes.
I like how with Susujin he put the side one, though.
Yes, sir.
I like the respect. I like the respect. He would know as well, right? He would know.
Yeah.
In before the Tempest of Blades on the orange buff. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
If you know, you know. Let's go ahead
Good time.
and jump into the game here. Again, game 2, currently match point right now for Onyx. And yeah, we're going to see King Kong on Fredrin. We don't see this too often, man.
Why?
I don't know if that's good laughs or bad laughs.
what is it?
Nothing. I just want to say, he probably has had good records on a lot of his junglers, but not this guy.
Not this guy.
Not this guy.
Absolutely. So let's see. Again, stuff changes here in MPL Philippines sometimes. Never really know. Good pressure coming in from Super Friends and Brusco here. So, more or less, things are going Onyx way still. Brusco, really good zone.
That's such a cool thing to do. Like, he was just walking back, and then he just presses retreat.
Yeah.
And then he gets it.
Very aggressive player, though. Look at that, Super Yoshi. I don't think Super Friends expected it.
He got punched hard, man.
Got punched hard.
That's what the Kalea does.
Look at that, though. Kelra, he's going for a 1v1 with Netsky.
Kelra's winning this lane against Harris as a 1-1.
Okay, you don't see that often.
Yeah, now it's equal.
Yeah, he's gonna get back.
He's probably gonna deny a minion wave or two, but no, he's forcing the back. He's forcing a.
I mean, he did use Inspire. Netsky held on to his Spirit 5, but you know, nonetheless, that's kind of what you expect. I feel like any hero Kelra does play.
Oh, wow, this Kalea though doing a lot of work.
Decent, man. Super Yoshi feels like he wants to play today.
This is why I like the Kalea, though. Like, it does good damage. You know, it does good damage, gives good sustainability.
Really good sustain.
Ooh, Netsky, that's gotta hurt. He missed 1 minion, I think. Even 2.
Minion? Just a minion, right? Not a tank. Maybe a tank.
I don't know if it's a cannon or 2 minions. I can't really tell from the XP difference, but that's definitely, like, at least 2 minions.
That's big, actually, if you can see here.
First turtle up, both gold laners still going to stay in the gold lane. We'll have the face-off for this one.
Jump in by Super Yoshi, already used up here. King Kong up front. James, he is focusing. Everyone's focusing on King Kong right now, struggling to stay alive. Super Prince already used the feathered airstrike as well. Who's going to go for the retribution? That's going to be King Kong, not down for the count. That's going to be a turtle going over to Omega for sure. Kirk getting a kill on Haji, at least a consolation prize, but I think they still want to keep the pressure going.
Oh, the Tsunami Slam?
Slam as well, non-stop action here. Coming in from on. They wanted the kill to happen, but it's going to be Kirk who's going to be going down. Wow, oh wow, Omega feeling it right now.
Yeah, you see the difference when Onyx playing with a different composition. It just feels weird. Like,
it's just not them.
Unfamiliar territory. King Kong got ganked by 3 heroes. Nobody helped him.
Nobody helped him.
Because Onyx felt like he was an assassin. And then they realized, all right, we lost the front line. It's just Kirk in the front lines.
Yeah.
If they had both the S-Men and the Fredin there, it would have been a different story. But Omega capitalized on those mistakes. James with the jump in again on the glue. That was very quick as well. Very decisive from the glue to just jump on the Fredin and remove King Kong from the equation.
Yeah, it was really good placement from James. That's what I noticed too. And he can actually do that every single fight if he really wants to. So. Yeah. Onyx will have to figure something out to deal with that, to allow King Kong to actually go ahead and contest and dance for those objectives when it comes to it. Even later on, Kelra, though, and Netsky has been going at this constantly, but both roams now up here. Ryzen, too. Kelra's going to have to back off. He popped the Inspire earlier on as well.
Yeah, there's going to be better sustain here for Omega just because Super Yoshi with the Surge of Life. So I don't think Onyx wants to fight that at all.
Dude, this spacing from Kelra, you saw how he was baiting the distance for the chrono dash to come in from Netsky, and he threw the first skill. So if ever Netsky was in a very awkward position, they could go for the punish and land a crossbow flag, or maybe just even force out a Purify. But the discipline was there from Smart Omega. They didn't pursue the 1-1 further.
Okay, so he gets the Corrosive side. He's actually even toe-to-toe in terms of gold with Netsky. Biggest gap, though, I feel like was the jungle. It's kind of closed down a little bit. I think there's about a 300 gold difference right now with King Kong and Ryzen. This turtle's up, though. We'll see if this time Onyx has a better plan for this fight. You would think it's the Fredrin, but he's always got to be careful of James. You can see James playing up front.
Oh my goodness, look at that charge. Ryzen did not stand a chance.
That was the
Kirk
plan.
in front. Super Yoshi all alone here. And again, it's Onyx this time around with turtle number 2. And I think they want to go for more kills, man. That was a beautiful tectonic charge.
Yeah, that's the new tech, bro. That's the new tectonic charge, the new technology. Wall into Mighty Swing Flicker. That's
Double
the new
knockup,
combo.
right?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Earthen and Rampart behind the enemy. Mighty Swing, Flicker in, Tectonic Charge.
Wait a second. Super Friends gonna have to force Purify here. They walked on from behind. And look at Brusco. Just getting so much information on Omega.
Yeah, I was saying, you know, they had to come up with something. I guess that's exactly what they did. They had an answer for Smart Omega. But that's one thing about the Lancelot. You know, if you get caught into that, and then a feathered airstrike dropped on top of you, you're going to get bursted down really quickly here. But King Kong's still trailing a little bit. You can see there's a nice gold lead, though, for Kirk on the Esmeralda right now. Oh,
great knock-up here. Oh, my goodness. All right, Kelra going to be able to fly here. Super Yoshi, no minion to heal from, but we'll be able to stay alive at least for now.
It's a
that
big,
was close.
Yeah, it's a whoopsie, though, from Brusco with the tech charge, but James.
Look at James. Again, just making sure that they have tabs on Onyx. Don't want to get caught by surprise here, especially on the bottom.
See this, though. Kirk, like I said, he had a lead, and he's just by himself. He's building up. He almost got that turret, but Ryzen made it down there to keep it from going down. But I think Kirk will go ahead and just stay here and continue to get this turret down when he can, when these waves push in. Look at the focus, though, in the mid lane now.
Yeah. To be fair, though, I think it's also just Smart Omega not wanting to deal with the Esmeralda at this point. They just want to pressure the 1-1. But even then, Onyx doing the same thing. They capitalize on the fact that, all right, you don't have, you don't have the capacity to deal with the 1-1. Let's just play around Kelra at this point, so that we make sure that we transition towards the late game with Kelra's farm intact, while also maximizing the fact that nobody can touch this Esmeralda on the bot side.
How long can you even leave this Esmeralda like this? Just non-stop farming.
Honestly, they don't have any choice. They need all the farm that they need, but also they need to stop Kelra from farming.
Oh, you know what?
So too.
Look at that. Kirk is chasing up Ryzen. Barely anything Ryzen can do to stop him or slow him down.
Both X2 laners doing the job, basically, at this point.
Exactly.
Oh, Brusco, he's tanky enough to deal with this. Kelra's going to make his way for this fight.
It's going to be a full 5v5. There goes another airstrike. James using the flicker to get out of the charge. Harm's way. Knock up as well. James, will he be able to grab? I don't think so. Kirk is an immovable object in the middle of the fight.
Yep, that's Esmeralda. A bunch of shields to the side of Smart Omega. Even if you try dealing some damage, she just heals back.
I mean, all part of that plan was just to get this turtle. So they secure the last one of the game, goes in the hands of King Kong here. They give themselves a nice 2K lead. You can see, again, the difference, like at level 8 for James to level 11 Kirk. You know, this is the thing. Kirk is scaling up really hard. He's farming up, and no one can bother him.
Yeah, he's acting like a jungler right now, a damaged jungler, taking over a side lane, just getting farmed. Kelra, though.
Kelra, of course, will be relatively safe here. Haji might be able to do something, but not within range.
Look at where Kirk is.
Kirk, man. Oh, my God. Ryzen trying to mirror that, obviously, but...
Yeah, he's trying to like counter the work that Kirk's doing, but you know, ultimately Kirk is just scaling up, and so later when we get to this Lord fight in a minute and 20, you're going to see that. You know, you're going to see part of this because James is struggling for XP. He's trying to find what he can, but ultimately James is.
Wow! All right, some decent knockups from Brusco. Super Friends missing just one more feather airstrike hit to take out Netsky, but will be enough to keep Omega alive at least for now. But is the job done? I think Onyx still wants to keep going.
Yeah, they don't have that wave pushing in. This is about what Ryzen can do too, man. He's just got to do damage control on whatever lanes are being pushed or cut.
Yeah, wave management. Got to be the #1 priority here for Smart Omega because they don't want to be brute forced here by Onyx. But speaking about brute force, look at the conceal here from Onyx.
No one can deal with Kirk, man. Oh, jeez.
Would have been a good set, though.
Brusco is just pummeling anyone who comes in front of him. Super Yoshi even blocking the way, blocking the exit.
It's crazy because Onyx not doing anything fancy. They're utilizing the fact that Kirk can just tank up a lot of damage. He's quite a far ahead of even James, so he'll just zone people out, you know, and that gives the space for Keller to go ahead and knock down these turrets. So they've got the tier 2 up, down, up top. Lord's coming up in about 10, and they're going to want to go ahead and see if Smart Omega wants to face off against them.
Yeah, even, I mean, the thing is, we talked about this earlier during the drafting phase. Even the CAG doesn't do anything to the Grok. Even though they have the bypass, they have the means to pick off the 1-1. He's just so far away. Like, Kelra's position has always been around objectives, but Onyx moves past these objectives. Look at this. They move past the objective.
Literally just passing by it, right? Like walking.
Even Kelra's moving past the objective. King Kong saying like, hey, get back here.
Yeah,
let's take the Lord.
They're doing whatever it takes. 2-man knock up here, coming in for tech charge, but the attack from behind is really strong as well. Omega in the middle of all that Zaman Force damage is just exploding right now. Netsky with a double kill on the Harif, but it will be Lord going over to Onyx with some decent damage coming in. There goes Kirk, though. Look, how are you going to stop this guy? He is just massive.
Yep. Turret can help him, maybe?
Nope.
Maybe a little bit, but not really.
Nope.
And there you go, King Kong with a little bit of assist there as well. Brusco waiting for the cooldown and tech charge. And that's just 3 people from Onyx standing in front of the 5-man of Omega doing nothing.
It's just 3 tanky dudes.
Back to full HP, by the way.
Like nothing happened.
Yeah. Also, Kelra, this is why you don't break formation.
That's right.
Yeah, James got him.
Got a little bit
He was like, no, we're Onyx, we're aggressive. And then James flickered in, and he landed the slam.
Yeah, good recovery from Onyx, though. They only lost 2. They were able to maintain aggro.
What do you mean? Good job, Kirk.
Yeah, good job, Kirk, man.
Good job, Esme. Good job,
No one can deal with him.
He's putting on a dancing show for them, man. That's basically what he's doing, but he's going to jump in. They want to lead into this Lord, into this top turret.
All right, big dive here coming in from the Lord. Feather airstrike, not really hitting anyone. So it's going to be a cleared Lord. Haji going for a play. Missing out on Kelra's only half HP. I think will be defended. At least they have enough clear to get rid of these minions.
Okay, that's one of the things. I guess we really have to look at, all right, well, Smart Omega, what can they do? They've got 2-0 on Netsky. He's scaling at least here. But yeah, I think the biggest weakness to this is when is Haji's burst going to come through? When is this Kogura going to be that big impact? Because yeah, the whole job is to get to Kelra to be able to pop that damage out because you're not going to really do anything to King Kong, Brusco, or Kirk. You know, so then you're relying, okay, well, Netsky eventually on the Harith is going to be able to do it and set things up for them, and maybe to an extent Ryzen, but there's so many things that have to work here for Smart Omega's lineup to get them the advantage.
It's got to be the perfect condition, and also Onyx committing a mistake. These mistakes
big ones
have to come from Brusco, Kelra, and Kirk. Those 3 are the big ones.
But look at Kirk. Can he do anything wrong?
The thing is, that's the question. What's the mistake from the Esmeralda? I think the mistake is using Falling Starman into the base. That's the mistake.
Inside the fountain.
I was gonna say, I think even if he goes into the base, like he'll still survive for a little bit.
Maybe.
Maybe not the fountain. Maybe even the fountain, like just a couple seconds. But like,
the thing is,
he can jump in, man. And now with Ice Queen Wand, he's gonna help slow them down.
Dude, the only way Onyx loses a fight is if they lose Kelra in the jump. And Omega can actually pull that off, but it has to be the same way as to how Kelra died earlier. Like,
James has to get him.
Going outside of formation, and Brusco is like, what are you doing here, fam?
Well,
he just wants to join the fight, brother.
One thing's for sure, Kirk feels like he's going to be MVP in this game. With the amount of damage.
He might just be, honestly.
Damage dealt, damage taken. It's all Kirk right now.
This thing. You see what I mean?
I meant when you picked it up, this thing.
That's why I didn't like the CAG. I was like, you need frontline control, you need RWM, you need re-engage.
Okay, well he has a divine glaive now, so
That's not enough, sir.
maybe we'll see some burst on Kelra.
No, that's not enough. You need pokes.
Yeah.
You need pokes against this lineup. Look at the Grok.
Tons of pokes.
Full HP, brother.
Full
man,
HP,
what
and
do
they're holding
do?
it up.
They're gonna conceal. They're going for Kelra.
I mean, that's the exact play you need to do. Flicker already used by Super Yoshi, and that is going to be a big problem.
Oh,
Here
no,
comes Kirk! Falling Star Moon and half HP on Netsky as well as Haji. They're running it out. They're running out of bullets in the barrel of their gun, and I don't think they're going to be able to do anything more.
I don't even know what the Cotil was for.
They wanted to go for Kelra.
Yeah, you tried to land the Tsunami Slam on the 1-1 and just second skill.
Maybe a little bit of move speed.
Maybe
They even flickered for him.
maybe hoping for something to like happen.
Like praying for a miracle.
Yeah, but I don't think Kelra doesn't have second skill at that point.
Yeah.
He's just so aware.
It's just it's one of those things where I feel like again Smart Omega is in this position where it's like we have to get Kelra.
Yeah.
Because that's about the only thing we can do. Either that or Super Friends. But Super Friends has Wings by Wings and a Purify.
That's how big of a problem it is for Smart Omega to actually utilize this lineup against Onyx lineup. They don't have anything. They don't have openings. They don't have the zone. They don't have the poke. They have pick off and they have zone from both the CAG and the glue.
Yeah.
But those two things are what Onyx is really good at. If you want to zone with the glue, fine by Kelra. If you want to go pick off with a CAG and the Kagura, well, here comes the Esmeralda.
Happy to take it. 100%.
Happy to take it indeed.
Look at Ryzen. I mean, they're trying their very best to poke some HP, but Kirk's always full with some more shield to boost.
Oh my god, Radiant into Athena's shield.
All right.
Yeah.
The best they can do is hope for a clear. I think they will be able to clear, but for how long? James goes in. He is tired of waiting.
he's on
He
Kelra.
goes for Kelra. It's a grab.
Oh, well.
But what's happening? He's fizzling out.
He's
bringing James in.
Yeah, he's bringing James to Onyx boot camp.
James bought them time, though. I mean, he bought them time for the defense.
All right, at least, right? At least.
Because they could have potentially gotten some base turrets down, but ultimately James is like, we need more time, so I'll create that.
But Kirk still lives.
Kirk still lives.
He got carried all the way to BF Homes, I think.
Oh, no.
Straight into their...
Oh,
there you go with a big play coming in from Brusco. Netsky, good damage still. Kind of just going through the shield here, but King Kong's in front. Where is Kirk? He's still on the back, protecting Ryzen, making sure he can't really do much. Dodging in, out of the Appraiser's Wrath as well. Nice Tsunami Slam, but no follow-up damage once more.
Oh,
trying to clear up the minion waves. They're trying to go and see if they can go for the finish, but Onyx will be repelled. They're going to push back.
they're going to get pushed back. I don't think they can do anything else.
Yeah, they got to wait for Lord.
Yeah, full force from Smart Mega, but they got the base turrets down. That's what they wanted to do. They'll take that out. And now at this point, they'll go and reset. But again, for Smart Omega, what do you do here? You know, how do you actually turn things around? You're now facing that 7,000 gold deficit. We saw that they can do a little bit of a damage, but I feel like if James can actually catch Kelra and somehow not get split off from the team, then maybe there's a moment there where they can actually kill Kelra, and then, you know, if that happens, Onyx does lose quite a bit of damage.
Yeah. It's interesting that Kelra is building into Athena's shield. He knows that he's not just a main damage dealer here, so he just needs to survive these fights. So now with this layer of magic protection, I don't think the James route or the James opening is enough anymore.
That one thing he did earlier.
Yeah, even if he flickers onto the 1-1, I don't think that's the game-winning play. The game-winning play would be for Onyx to just go crazy, go ham, go 5-man recall in the base of Omega, and then just don't hit anybody.
5-man dive on Kelra.
5-man dive. Literally, 5-man dive.
Let's see what they do here.
All right.
Lord started up. They have their positioning, a couple of immortalities too, especially for Super Yoshi. We'll see if they're able to grab someone from here. If they try to make a quick play, the flicker is going to be available in a couple seconds for Super Yoshi. Might be able to force something
All right.
from Onyx.
Scary position from Brusco. Might be able to force his tech charge here. And Kelra, again, he is the sore thumb. He is the weakness that Omega is looking for. But at the same time, how do you actually break through? Look at Kirk. He's just...
He has like 5 HPs now.
He's manhandling. He's manhandling anyone who comes in front.
Even with that being said, Onyx doesn't want to just let this go. Oh, there's the tech charge.
Finally decides on the target. It's going to be James. Uses a Winter Crown to stay alive. I think he will have enough for a grab. But there it is. There goes the crossbow of Tang. Good damage. Falling Star Room from Kirk. That's 4v5 only for Omega. I don't think they can defend at least or contest anymore, but maybe they try to go for the defense. Wait for James to get back. At that point, though, it might be a 7K goal lead. 8K, it is just insurmountable.
Oh my god. Did you see the burst from Omega? They tried to put some damage onto Kirk.
Yeah.
They threw everything, half HP, and in 2 seconds, he's full HP again.
Yeah, that's a big problem. I mean, he's fully locked in. He got Twilight armor too.
He doesn't need boots.
Yep.
Unsolvable
Guess
problem.
what? What he wants is to just stand.
Oh.
Now, I don't know about this though. I don't know about this. Oh, the Cyclone!
Oh my god!
Okay, never mind.
What the heck?
Okay, the mistake. The mistake they're waiting for. I don't even know what that was, but sure.
What even was that?
I don't know. We'll see if they can end it here, though. James is on Kelra.
Oh, we're going. They found Kelra again. James is doing it this time around. It is 4v5 in favor of Omega with the Lord to boot, but they can actually clear this quite easily. James, again, will be left on his own. Not really much of a backup here. Crossbow Tang will be available for him, but doesn't even trigger it.
Okay.
Kirk, first mistake. It's not even enough.
Didn't think that was possible, honestly.
To actually capitalize on.
Let's see, they have enough clear. It's 4v4. James is out as well. Netsky looking for a time. A good timing to use the Zaman Force.
Oh, I don't think but they still can't end it, so unless they
endable?
force it.
They are forcing it right here, right now, with the tech charge still available here. It's Crossbow Tang. Ryzen has to use the Phantom Execute. Stay alive, at least uses already the big ultimate from Kelra, but still a big threat looming around their walls.
Oh, they might just actually back off, but Kirk is back for this, so maybe they want to end it here.
Here's the final boss.
They're going to go for
Here's the final boss. Feather and Airstrike. Ryzen doing his best to clear, but it is going to be a big wall. The Earth and Rampart slowing him down. Onyx says, you know what, guys? Let's not risk it.
I mean, that's the downside of having a 1-1. You can't just, target lock the tower, especially against 5 members of Smart Omega.
Especially if you don't have your ulti.
Yo, Kelra.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like if Kirk didn't die there, then maybe potentially they could have ended the game. But you got to give it up to Smart Omega. They defended.
Yes.
They defended against that. They're 21 minutes into this game.
Yeah.
I thought it would end sooner, but hey, Smart Omega bought themselves enough time to get themselves in a fighting position.
Again, it's the inverse effect between these two teams. Kirk made a mistake, and James found an opening again, delaying the 1-1, and because of that, they were able to defend. The question is, can they do that again? Especially now that Onyx knows that they desperately need the Esmeralda in a team fight.
6-6 on the kill score at 21.5 minutes. James. Oh my goodness. Can he get out of here? He's going to have to stick on the Kelra. But I don't think that's the best option. You're going to get brought into the tower again. And he's going to have to disengage, buy some time with the crown. Best he can do right now. Where is Brusco? We're looking for him. Irvin Rampart, straight to 4 members of Omega here. Trying to stall them, push them back, and he's successful.
Yeah, that's smart on Onyx part, removing the one real problem for Smart Omega.
Oh, Ryzen already used up all his skills. Kelra's actually quite low. On the Lord they go, and it will be a 50-50. Kelra with the kill. It's King Kong with the Lord.
Oh, Kelra.
I think that is going to be it. Netsky's going to fall as well. Ryzen is going to be cleaned up.
That's it.
Super Yoshi alone, but with the Lord walking in a big wave on top, it's going to be the Onyx win.
Woo! Onyx Philippines took them a little bit longer, but they'll get the series in a sweep, making a Smart Omega their condition that they have to win against Aurora if they want to make it to the playoffs.
That's tough. That's going to be tough for Smart Omega. They played a fantastic game, especially James. But even with that, it wasn't enough to topple Onyx Philippines.
You can see here, man, I think King Kong was smiling too, because he's like, hey, you like my friend?
Like my friend? You like?
You like?
You like?
You like that?
He
smiled. He knew what people were saying.
It's okay, but you know what I like? I like the Esmeralda.
Yeah, Kirk's Esmeralda. Definitely had to be MVP there, but again, good try here from the Smart Omega. We talked about how they've been winning more post-patch, but I don't know, this time, definitely from the draft for game 2 especially, it just didn't seem like they could have really utilized the picks that they had. I mean, even you mentioned it, Midnight, this way too tanky of a lineup for Onyx to really get there.
2 games outdrafted by Coach Wina. Oof.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's tough, man.
As I said, they still have a chance in their next matchup. We'll see if that happens. But first, let's throw them on stage for our winners interview with Onyx Philippines.
The upper bracket dream is still alive. What time is it? Your winners, Onyx Philippines! Friends, nandito ka na. Congratulations on your win. It was quite a strong win na nakita namin sa inyo. Talk to us about the importance of upper bracket. Para ba sa team na to mahalaga yung upper bracket sa inyo?
Oo. Kasi parang second life din siya eh.
Second life na siya. Well, kung tutuusin, Season 14, Season 15, whether upper bracket kayo or not, nakarating pa rin naman kayo ng finals over those 2 seasons. So, is it really important for you, lalo na this season? Or are you saying na momentum lang talaga to?
Para sa akin, importante pa rin talaga eh.
Okay? I can sense the importance as of this moment. I think, sige, pinapasa mo na kay King Kong King. Game number 2 was a really solid performance para sa'yo specifically and also for the team. Kung tutusin, itong matchup na to, a lot of people were saying na medyo shaky yung nagiging atake nyo, especially during your losing streak. Pero ano bang nag-improve sa team na ito? Kasi parang mas malinis yung execution nyo ngayon sa game.
Tingin ko mas na-practice namin yung disiplina namin pagdating sa game. Tapos mas clear yung mga naging plano namin tsaka paggawa namin ng decision sa game.
You know, from what we saw and from what Onyx Philippines saw as of this point, mahalaga talaga, sabi ni Friends, yung upper bracket for him. For you, is it also the same?
Actually, same lang para sa akin. Pero kami as a team, di namin iniisip yung upper bracket kasi hindi kami yung may control kung mag-upper bracket kami. So yung liquid yung may hawak nun.
Okay. Coach, I'm gonna give you the mic this time around. Again, congratulations on your win. They were talking to me about the importance of the upper bracket. Para sa kanila, parehas yon. Sabi ni King Kong, for the entirety of the team. Do you share the same mindset with them na mahalaga yung upper bracket for this team right here?
I mean, obviously, yes. Pero kanina, bago mag-start yung match, sinabi ko sa kanila, hindi ko masyado iniisipin kasi wala naman talaga sa kamay namin kung mag-upper bracket kami o hindi. So, I think pinapaubaya ko na yun kay God. Sobrang halaga ng mga lessons na naturo niya sa amin ngayong season. And if hindi kami mag-upper bracket, then so be it. Kung magkakailangan lang namin kapangan.
Yes, Coach. You've done that in Season 14 and you're gonna be able to do that in Season 15 kung ano man ang maging kapalaran nyo. Because again, just like what I told friends, you've reached the finals on both of those seasons. So what's it gonna take for Season 16 to make that same destination gaya nung nangyari before?
I think same lang sa kung paano nilaro ng team kanina. Alam mo yun, relax lang, chill, nag-enjoy. I think yung sa last sequence, si Mitsu, gumaganon pa. So, kumbaga, nandun tayo sa liga na mataas yung pressure pero pagka ina-ignore nila yun, parang ang sarap panoorin ng game.
Maraming salamat, Coach. Kelra, just a few more questions for you. At this point, ito na yung pagkakataon na makita namin yung prime level ng Onyx just like what we saw in the M6 World Championship. From 1 to 100, how prepared is Onyx for the playoffs?
Ngayon, 1 million daw, sabi ni Brusco.
1 million? Why 1 million?
1 million.
Bakit 1 million?
We are super confident and ready sa playoffs.
We are super confident. Handa na rin ba ang Sonics para sa playoffs? There already, Kelra, ang daming sumuporta sa inyo dito sa MPL Arena and also the ones at home. Ano masasabi mo sa kanila?
Una, salamat sa mga lahat ng pumunta. Especially kay Edward Barber. Ginanahan kami maglaro dahil sa kanya.
Yun na yun. Major shout out and love to Edward Barber and of course to your winners, Onyx Philippines! A solid effort coming in from the Super Fam as the road to the upper brackets are still alive. Sonics are very happy with this win, and so are the members of the Super Family. So at this point, malalaman natin kung ano ba ang posibleng maging ruta nila kasi gaya ng nabanggit nila, hindi nila hawak ang kapalaran but they've done their end of the bargain. And with that being said, we're gonna toss it back to our casters.
Thank you so much, Hans. And again, congratulations to Onyx Philippines there. You heard it there. You heard it here first. They're super confident. Super confident.
1 million.
%.
Yes, sir.
Dude, imagine being 1 million % confident in something. Like, have you ever been 1 million % confident?
No.
1 million % confident.
Well,
that you are a better looking person than us.
That's not confidence.
That's not confidence.
Yeah.
You
know what confidence is?
I don't know if I agree with this, man.
I don't too. But you know what confidence is?
What?
You, as a marksman, going for the Lord, but instead of that, screw your utility jungler, go frontline. That's confidence.
Go
That's
frontline.
confidence.
That's confidence.
That's the gold standard.
Calro gets the MVP here, but I personally, I really think Kirk did a ton of the work that like for this
100%.
game.
That I'm confident I can say 1,000% confident.
Okay.
Dude, it was Omega versus Kirk for the first 15 minutes of this game.
So, you know what? But hey, Calro got to go ahead and shine on the 1-1 finally. We get to see a 1-1 game successful, but you know, like I was saying, I think when you look at this game, because it wasn't even the King Kong show. Like, he was just doing his Fred things.
Yeah. He was doing
like Brusco, Kirk, man, they were everywhere.
It was a goat.
To be fair, though, if you want to highlight something that, you know, Keldra should be looked at for, is his ability to position in fights and find angles that are usually very, very dangerous to take.
Yeah.
But because he understands the game so well, he sees like spells being thrown and, you know, hears that kill him on the other side, that he's able to take these positions. And that's what allowed and enabled this 1-1 to be very aggressive for Onyx Philippines. Because for all we know, even with Kirk zoning in the front line, you know, Smart Omega could just find any punish. But the thing is, it's always the threat of Onyx forcing a 5v5 that allows Onyx to keep pushing forward, and Omega trying to double think. All right, do we actually go for this? Do we actually deal with a, you know, with a 1-1, or do we deal with Esmeralda?
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. Like, the way that Kelder played the 1-1 is not like how most people play the 1-1.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real.
Which is Filipino savage things. I can't accept that.
Yeah, so he does, I feel like, teeter the line of being too risky, life or death. But maybe that's the new way you need to play 1-1 right now in the current meta.
Yes, sir. That's why he gets bonked by Frederick a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and we saw that game 1. We saw it game number 2 again.
Bonk.
King Kong was like, hey, I need help here. And Carol was like, no, I need my savage, brother.
Yeah.
I need my 1-1 things. And then he got blown out by the CAG and you know, the glue jumping in with the flicker. Good game as well from James, by the way. I want to commend James from Smart Omega.
Yeah.
I would probably say, I know this is a bad thing to say on a broadcast, but his back is you know, very
He needs a massage.
painful.
Who?
Yeah,
James' back is painful right now.
James is back?
Game number 1, game number 2, dude. Oh my God, his positioning, his team fight, his IQ, dude. I mean, this game, he was the sole problem. And Onyx was like, all right, James, you got to stop, man. We got to deal with you at some point.
He was doing the job that the Galoos need to do. And even more, like reaching the 1-1 at that point in the game, that's impossible mostly.
And he's been like this for weeks now. I mean, we highlight Super Yoshi as like the roamer of the patch, but I do think like most of the win conditions that Smart Omega has, it does come from James.
Yeah, James
UFC, baby.
James has been really good, but you know, unfortunately, it wasn't good enough for this one. You know, you can see BPI Rich Guy is rising over here, but
200k damage.
Yeah, 200k damage. Like, Kirk was just this Esmeralda, and I get it now why you called it a thing.
Yeah,
this thing.
I was like, all right, no way. I mean, even if they did go for the Eve, the shields would still be a problem because RWM has shields. I know somebody would you know, comment that on anywhere. But at least get the pokes, right? But with the CAG, you throw out an umbrella, that's about it. And Esmeralda doesn't care.
Yeah, that's... And it's weird because Kagura worked in a couple, like, was it the first half of the regular season where she started coming out more, and then like it's kind of fallen off a little bit. I think especially with like when the Grok came back. And you know they were so tanky that sometimes again the Kagura, like what can you do really? Yeah, you throw out your umbrella, but then that's about it, you know. And even then, when you run away from it, it comes back to you.
Yeah, and they just move past the umbrella.
And then
you'd be like, what's happening?
Yeah, so it's just I don't know. I think the Kagura had its little window of shining, and then now it's really kind of fallen off.
Gone.
I feel like a lot of teams will not be able to pick this up, but. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Unless it's a very specific lineup, then maybe it can. But with a Grok across from you, a Fredrin, and the likes, and even an Esmeralda,
it's too much.
It's too much to handle.
Too much. The Esmeralda could not. Sorry, the Kagura could not do much. Maybe we need to bring back some of the bombing mages, more sustained damage.
Lilia,
Maramis. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
Eve.
Even Eve earlier.
It wasn't banned, right? Am I crazy?
It wasn't.
I don't think it was.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it definitely could have been picked up.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I know Wolf has something to say about this game, too. I want to hear what he has to say. Let's go ahead and throw it over to the Howl with Wolf.
Thank you so much, casters. Napaka-solid talaga ng pinakita dito ni Brusco dahil kung babalikan natin ang keys to victory, talagang pinescribe naman natin na ang Onyx ay hindi pwedeng matalo sa early game draft-wise. And masasabi ko na ito yata isa sa mga pinaka-impressive na drafting patterns na nakita natin mula sa Onyx as of late dahil nabigyan nila ng tsansa ang mid-roam duo ng Onyx Philippines na maging lamang. For example, we saw the Kalea Farsa na pinangkontra nila sa 1-1 ni Netsky nung game number 1. Very effective. In fact, kahit greedy with Alice, tas Obsidia, tapos the likes of a jungler na assassin din, hindi pa rin kinailangan maging greedy ng Onyx Philippines dahil malakas sa kanilang mid-roam duo. And that's also true nung game na number 2 with this crack mula kay Brusco at pati na rin yung Farsa na maagang ninakaw ng Onyx Philippines versus Omega dahil kinuha nila Farsa plus the 1-1. I think it's a really good pattern for themselves. And also, nakita natin na kapag naglaro ang Onyx ng hyper fast during neutral objectives, katulad ng game number 1, pati na rin ng game number 2, hindi nakakahinga at hindi nakaka-setup ang Omega. Medyo mabagal talaga mag-setup dito Omega. Naghanap sila ng mga angulo with Super Yoshi. Ever so reliable with the setups, but it is clear that if Onyx plays fast, talaga maganda ang laban para sa kanila. I cannot forget yung ginawa ni Kirk na nang likod siya, inunahan na doon si Netsky doon sa isang Lord Dance, nagbigay yun ng malaking advantage para sa side ng Onyx Philippines in that game. Now for Onyx Philippines, hindi pa tapos ang kanilang karera papunta doon sa top spot. They still have to win and they also have to wish that TLPH will lose in their matches. Pero syempre, pasok na rin talaga sila sa playoffs. That cannot be said though para dito sa Omega. Tingnan natin kung makakabawi pa sila. But you know what? Ang pinaka-curious talaga ako dito paano nga ba nag-uusap yung mga teams? Paano ba kinokol ni Brusco yung mga clash na yun? Panoorin natin sa mic check.
Sa akin. May sakay paglo? Wala. At lalay kay Kirk, pre. Boy ka na ba, Kirk? Hindi, lalaban ko to. Lalaban ko tong ano na to. Relasyon na to.
Left side sila. Vision mo na dyan, mid. Andyan Harit mid sa left side.
Ingat, Kim. Bit-bitin ka, Kim. Kita kami. Division ko lang, pre. Pre-kill. Alert, tabig na.
Vision mo na mid.
Kasi ulit. Palapitin nyo. Walang buhat. Bakit pre. Pira ka gura, burst. Pira. Tiro lang. Arit, testan ko. Arit na angat, ng Lord. Atin Lord. Arit, pre-kill. Tapos na.
Okay. So they do the sound effect too.
Yeah, shout out to Leo.
Leo would be proud.
Yeah, shout out to Leo.
Shout out to Leo.
W in the chat.
Yeah, shout out to Leo. That was great.
In the chat.
Great to hear them and great to hear thoughts from Wolf there. But also, you guys, we would like to see this because we want to see you showcase your esports skills and passion for gaming by organizing your own local tournaments through eProject Esports for everyone.
This is how you get the tournament lobby. Participants in the program will be provided with special access to tournament modes, in-game items, diamonds, and more.
So for those asking, all you got to do is visit the MPL Philippines website for more information and, of course, how to apply.
eProject, baby.
eProject for everyone. Also, you guys can be featured as the next MPL Philippines Super Fan of the Month All you have to do is join the MPL Philippines official group. You can scan the QR code there on your screens, engage with the community, and let me tell you what, keep it positive, all right?
That's right.
We love the positivity. We love your guys' interactions.
Yeah, don't forget to share any MPL-related news and updates in the group for your chance to be named as the MPL PH Super Fan of the Month.
Of the month.
Of the month. Super fan. I hope we get to see all the super fans, by the way, in the super city.
Yes,
super,
sir.
wait, super fan city.
Super fan city in a festival.
Dude, if we don't get shirts that say we're super fan, that's what they should. They should have giveaways of super fan shirts.
I mean, if I'm not a super fan, I can just be a nice fan.
I can be an A fan.
Yes, sir. Nice
why do you guys,
fan.
You know what? Let's move away from me for a second and move over to the Infinite standings. All right. This is once again after day one of our last week here for the regular season. AP Brand has been eliminated, and we still have teams in the running. Of course, Aurora's still there, top seed secured. Onic and TLPH with this, by the way, are still fighting for that second seed.
Yep.
They're tied for match points here.
Yeah, and like what King Kong said, it is not up to Onic if they can secure the upper bracket seed, because it is up to TLPH and the remaining games that they have to play. Currently at 12 games. They still have 2 more games to be played, week 8.
That's a lot of games. And don't forget, there's also a race happening at the bottom.
Dude, 5, 5, 5, 5, 4. That's
God.
close. So,
is Falcons tomorrow? They are, right?
Yes.
Versus TLPH?
TLPH.
Oh my goodness.
Clash of the Titans, baby.
If you guys have plans tomorrow, cancel them.
Cancel them, bro. Cancel them.
That's the match everyone's going to be watching, of course. This is also our Infinix Fancy Glaben.
Dude, Green Falcons, same score. They're also getting the points.
Oh,
my
they've been on a rise too, man.
They also have a playoffs, by the way, so they need the points
in the
as
festival.
well. So what is happening?
What is with season 16? Like, it's super close.
Even for the Fancy Glaben, huh?
Yeah,
I know.
the Fonsic.
Fancy, bro.
Yeah, it's so close. It's so frightening, honestly. Like, if I can't imagine if I'm from other region.